Hey, hello everybody, welcome. Imagine for a second, you're Mewtwo, right? You're, pretty good legendary Pokemon. You can't even get your own cry, because your cry is basically just a barely, differentiated version of Paris's cry. Meanwhile, Professor Juniper's dad gets his own, in-depth theme in Black and White and Black and White 2. I'm just saying. Just think about that for a second. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome to our first shiny hunting stream of 2021. What's up, Jassim, Nick Meister, Char, Miso, X-Ray Blaster, Navy Bomb, Josh the Shark, Chumi Meme, Shiny Steelix, and everybody in between. Spatial, Rend, and Mew as well. It's crazy, right? You gotta share your cry, but Professor Juniper's dad, Cedric Juniper, gets his own theme. Just saying. Anyway, let's just get right into this thing like Philip DeFranco has said for years now. We're back at it. Hope you had a good holiday, if I haven't seen you since then. I did do a Nuzlocke, Sleeplocke thing on Saturday. I streamed for over 13 hours, actually. But at the end of the day, we did fail the Sleeplocke, unfortunately. We didn't really fail it, I just had to throw in the towel. It was just getting way too late, and after those 13 hours, I was only at Koga. I only had 5 badges, so I still had to do Silphco, Sabrina, Blaine, Seafoam Islands, obviously, well, Viridian's not too bad, actually. Once you beat Blaine, Viridian's not too bad. But, beat Giovanni again, then do Victory Road, then do the Elite Four, so it was a lot. But this Sunday, I'm going to be continuing at it as a Nuzlocke, no longer a Sleeplocke, because I'm just curious. I just want to see how it would have played out. Basically, that's what it comes down to, right? Hey, congrats Nuclear on the Shiny Totodile. That's awesome. If we get that Redidrago, let's nickname it Dum Dum Drago. It's so dumb. It's actually so dumb. But, yeah. Thank you to everybody who tuned in to that stream, and to everybody looking forward to a new year of shiny hunting. Well, I hope we, I hope it starts off with a bang. I hope it starts off with a Reggie. That'd be really cool if we could get it today. We are very, very overdue. We're more than triple odds, I believe, at this point. If we picked Squirtle in the Sleeplocke, would have finished in 3 hours. In hindsight, yes. I think Charmander was definitely a bit of a misstep, but that's part of it. That you live and learn, like Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure 2 says. I'm walking my dog at the moment, so I'll be kind of AFK from chat. Hey, no worries, Nick Meister. Your dog comes first. Hey, what's up, Video Master? How are you doing? Oh, true, Charmiso. I do remember Colin Powers. What's up? I'll tell you how I remember that. One of my old supervisors' name was Colin, and you spell it the same way. Which most people I grew up with had 2 L's for Colin, but you and him both have the 1 L. And so, yeah. Also, new year of stupid schoolwork. Stupid shinies, stupid schoolwork. It's just, But, yeah. But yeah, thank you, Charmiso, for the encouragement as well, by the way. Anyway, yeah, so we're back at it. Going for it. One day, I'll catch someone finding a shiny. It could be today. Maybe the luck has finally returned. Hey, what's up, Sagan? Yeah, I'm alright. I'm a little, I don't know, I'm a little off today. It's probably likely because, I had to get up really, really early. I actually, for those of you who were on the Saturday stream, you may remember I was having some issues with the internet. And, sorry, I was just turning it down a little bit there. But yeah, I was having some issues with the internet. And it was going out periodically and then coming back. And then it ended up being okay for most of the Sleeplocke. But it still kind of worried me. So we called up Bell the next day, which is our service provider. And they sent somebody this morning. So very, very early this morning after your boy Stan went to bed super late after editing and hanging out with Roy after his stream and stuff. Went to bed pretty late and then had to get up pretty early. So I'm a little bit I'm more off than usual, I would say, for sure. I also have a bit of a cough. It's definitely not COVID, trust me. I don't really leave the house much these days, unless it's with Winston walking, and even then I wear my mask. So yeah, I doubt it's COVID or anything, but yeah, I got a little bit of a cough, and I'm definitely pretty tired. That being said, though, I actually felt surprisingly good after the Sleeplocke. For anybody who's wondering, that was weirdly, I actually like rebounded really, really nicely. So maybe it's just catching up now. I don't know. But I was surprised because I haven't been feeling the greatest lately. I've been having some stomach issues, but to my, absolute bewilderment and excitement, didn't really have any of that. Despite the next morning waking up around 10. So I think we ended the Sleeplocke around 3:30. I think I went to bed around 5, honestly, because like I had to like decompress because it was a really hyped time. I had a really good time on it. It always takes me a few hours after stream to decompress. And then I got up around like 10:30, 11, I think. So shorter sleep than I planned on. It just kind of worked out that way with Winston, and I felt pretty good. Hey, what's up, Barles? Welcome in. How was your Christmas and New Year? All right. I mean, obviously, like, it was kind of a weird time, right, in the world for that kind of stuff. So it was very small. I wasn't able to, like, see half my, like, extended family. I did go up after New Year's to see my grandparents, but once again, I wore a mask. Nad wore a mask. We didn't even go into their home. We just, like, stood outside on their front porch in the blistering Canadian cold, might I add, as Winston just, like, was just eating, like, ice. Yeah, so definitely kind of a little weirder than usual. Still good, though. Like definitely was very nice. I basically just watched, like, basketball with my brother and my dad. We did a puzzle, like a family puzzle. Basically, Nad and my brother's girlfriend, like, did most of the puzzle, and me and my brother at the very end, after basketball was done, like, came up and helped them finish the last, like, 100 or so pieces. But it was fun. It was good. And the dinner was all right, and it was nice to see my parents, and that was cool. But other than that, I'll be honest, like New Year's really didn't do anything. I was pretty sick during most of the holidays as well. Again, kind of alluding to that stomach stuff that I've been kind of dealing with. But at least, like, I made progress with that. I was able to, like, book a specialist to, take a look at my insides and make sure that everything is okay. And if it's not, how we're gonna, fix it and make sure that your boy, stops having these awful stomach pains, like, randomly. But yeah. But other than that, like, honestly, and I know that was, like, a very long answer to your question, but it was good. How was yours, Colin? I had a blue Christmas without Santa. Are you kidding? You probably talked to me more over Christmas than my own fiance, Barley. Let's be honest, man. The amount of Fall Guys we were able to... Actually, it was weird, because it'd be, like, a few days of lots of Fall Guys, and then, like, no Fall Guys for, like, a week. But it was still good. And by the way, that is a joke. I definitely spent more time with Nad and Winston, trust me. I got a shiny Zygarde yesterday after, like, 2 adventures. Nice! Hey, that's amazing. Zygarde's, like, the hardest one, too, so congrats on that. I cannot believe you're still doing this. I know, Ninja. I actually know. Like, I would love to hit 5,000 today. I think we can do it for sure. Excuse me. It was an awesome stream. Well, thank you, Nick Meister. But yeah, I would love to hit 5,000. I'd love it to show up before 5,000, ideally. But, Doomskins are out, by the way. Oh, nice, man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to play today because, like I said, I'm genuinely, like, I'm just, like, not feeling amazing today. Maybe if I'm able to, like, after the stream, eat and feeling a little bit better and stuff, like, maybe then. But I don't know. Right now, I can't see me hopping on and playing tonight, but maybe tomorrow. Hey, Black Bullet, what's up, man? Filipino Knees, how are you doing? I got a new phone when my friend came over from New Year's. Nice! Nice. I got some really cool stuff as well for the holidays. I think the absolute gem was, it's actually over there. Maybe I'll get Nad to show it off. But my brother got us a blanket with Winston on it. It's like a giant blanket with Winston as Thor, the God of Thunder. So that was pretty cool. I love the MCU. I'm very excited for WandaVision this Friday. Actually, this isn't even a lie. I had a dream about WandaVision last night. I didn't actually realize I was that hyped. I was at that level, but apparently I am, because I legitimately had a dream about it. So there you go. I got a shiny Ho this morning. Nice! Congratulations, Black Willow. What game? Pokemon Go or something else? The Mons we lost on Saturday will be with us in spirit. I still miss Axis, the Nidoking. That one, like, the rest of them kind of, like, happened all at once and, like, really, really, like, some of them hurt. Butterfree hurt for sure. I thought Voltorb was, like, I really wanted Voltorb because he was about to get, like, so much, like, just, like, pure fodder to run through and grow so fast against, like, all those water and bird trainers on the, like, you know, right side of the map. So that really was unfortunate that Voltorb died when he did. And Butterfree just sucks as, like, you know, up next to our starter, that's the one we'd had the longest, right? Like, since Route 2. Rip Not Nick, I know! Oh, Ultra Sun, nice! Even better. WandaVision is getting hyped up super hard from Disney. I actually read today, that... Oh, well, thank you, Moon. Thank you. I read today that apparently it's tracking for more hype than Mandalorian Season 1 or 2. It's like the most hyped thing in terms of word of mouth and like online interactions that Disney Plus has ever had. Which makes sense. It is the MCU. It's weirdly like the first Phase 4 project, which it sounds so weird because, like, you know, it's been a year and a half literally since Spider-Man Far From Home, but yeah, which, like, Spider-Man Far From Home is part of the MCU obviously, but like also simultaneously kind of exists in that, like, Sony universe. So, like, since Endgame, really, it's almost been 2 full years. Like, well, kind of, sort of, but you know what I mean. April's still a few months away, I guess, but I think you're getting what I'm putting down. So, I'm very excited for it. I have said this to Barley before, but WandaVision, when all of them were announced, all the, like, Disney Plus shows, I'm not gonna lie, Falcon and Winter Soldier, I really didn't, like, care much about. What are some other ones that they announced? Trying to think of some of the other stuff. But basically, my point is all I'm getting at is WandaVision is, like, the one that I was like, oh, that's gonna be like up my alley. Like, I think I'm really gonna enjoy that. Hey, what's up, Something and Sonic Chat? Welcome, both of you. Oh, nice, Takumi. I'm personally looking forward to Falcon and Winter Soldier, but hey, that's just me. Yeah, and some people totally, like, I get that. I just, like, for whatever reason, like, the political thriller drama stuff, even like, I like the Winter Soldier a lot, don't get me wrong, but, like, I am somebody who, like that year it came out, I was somebody who, like, much preferred Guardians of the Galaxy to the Winter Soldier, and I realized, like, I'm probably in the minority there, because, like, most people consider that to be, like, their crown jewel in terms of, like, you know, actual, like, film storytelling, like, just stripping it away. Like, it's like their Dark Knight, you know? It's like, it's their most grounded, it's funny to say that, given, like, you know, we're talking about a guy who literally, like, flips over, like, you know, bomber jets and stuff, and survives, like a missile attack on a base because he has a piece of shield. But still, point is, you know, I do enjoy that movie a lot. It's definitely among my top 10, probably, Marvel movies. But I just like the espionage and, like, the thriller components. I have never really been, like, my thing in Marvel. I'm definitely, like, bigger on, like, just, you know, the spectacle of it and the power sets and stuff like that. You know, for better or worse. For better or worse. I like a good story. A good story, obviously, as well. But anyway. Hey, what's up, Jesper? Guardians is the second best MCU movie. There's a movie you show to people to get them into the MCU. Every single person I've shown has binged every other movie. Yeah, I agree with that completely. It is like, yeah, the theaters were packed. Like, in a way that just, like, they weren't as much for, like, the Winter Soldier. I'm honestly so curious what you're gonna nickname this beast. It's still gotta be Jafefa. After all this time, it's still gotta be Jafefa. I don't forget. I do, Char. We've had a few copyright Thursdays. Maybe we'll have another this in 2 days. Have you been? I've been alright, man. I've been alright. How about you, Sonic? And by man, I'm not misgendering. I just, you know, just using it, like, colloquially before, you know. But I saw that you were looking into possibly canceling your Peach and Mario Cat amiibo pre-orders, Sonic. It's all good. Moon, there has been a lot going down in these last, like, you know, 3 months or whatever it is. I would not expect you to automatically remember, after I've taken a break, mind you, as well, for 3 weeks, to, you know, all of a sudden just instantaneously remember a nickname that we came up with arguably in, like, early December, late November. By the way, like, yeah, and Simon, like, I'm not somebody who, you know, I didn't feel alienated by it. Like I said, I still very much enjoy it. Like, it's for sure the best of, like, the Phase 2 movies. Again, personally, I will take Guardians any day of the week. But aside from, like, that one, like, in terms of, like, the sequels, like Iron Man 2, Thor 2, I think it's very, like, it's head and shoulders above that. And I think at the time, honestly, next to the Avengers, because again, the spectacle of it, it was probably the best movie that they'd ever made. Then Guardians came out. Since then, you know, I really have a soft spot for Thor Ragnarok. I really like Guardians 2. I just like 2017 Marvel. Like Guardians 2, Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man Homecoming are all like probably in my top 5, along with Infinity War and the original Avengers probably. So it changes, it does fluctuate, don't get me wrong. You know, it feels like a crime to leave off the first Iron Man, to leave off literally the Winter Soldier. Civil War also is like, man, that sometimes like slips into it. But anyway, point is, I'm really excited for WandaVision. I'm more excited for that than, you know, Falcon and Winter Soldier, than Black Widow, than virtually everything except maybe Doctor Strange 2. I'm very interested to see what they do with Doctor Strange 2. Wow, this is a big Gen 5 music streak. It is a Gen 5 playlist, actually. Ragnarok is awesome. Ragnarok is like, it's always so hard to compete with, like, you know, the bigger spectacle movies, because it's like, it's so, well, I mean, Hulk's in it, and like Doctor Strange is in it, but it's such its own thing with like Taika's DNA all over it. It's like weird in that way. Like, it just, I really love What We Do in the Shadows, the movie. I haven't seen the TV show, not my fault, I'm Canadian, we don't have FXX or whatever it's on, regularly available like streaming, and I, you know, don't have a TV because I'm not 55. So yeah, it's okay, could be better. But yeah, and you're thinking about getting a Japanese Wii U, Sonic, is that true? I'm a Gen Z person, so I consider Infinity War this generation's Empire Strikes Back and Endgame this generation's Return of the King. No, I remember when Infinity War first came out, I literally said to my buddy Neon, I was like, this is the Empire Strikes Back. Like, it is, I was trying to basically, like, convince him to go with me, because I'd already seen it. And, like, literally the next day, I was like, man, it's like, and I was trying to, like, let him know that it was kind of, like, ending on a cliffhanger without actually letting him know. So I was like, it's, because he's like, well, is it actually, like, the end of it? And I was like, well, there is a movie called Endgame coming out literally, like, well, I don't think we had the title at that point, but I was like, there is another Avengers movie coming out, like, next year, so kind of, but it's, and I was like, it's kind of like their Empire Strikes Back. It's literally, like, it's real good, you're gonna love it, let's just go. And he was like, all right, yeah, you twisted my arm. But yeah. So, Infinity War is my favorite of all the MCU movies. There's only 2 times in a Marvel movie where I have, like, audibly just, like, freaked out. And that was one of them. Like, obviously, you know, with the snap and everything. The other time was, weirdly, I don't think many people would say this, but I'm hyped for Miss Marvel. I think it could be really good. My problem with Miss Marvel is that obviously it has to kind of like tie into and rely on the Captain Marvel franchise, right? As sort of its springboard, I would assume. Maybe not. But I would assume. And that movie I felt, you know, lacked a lot to be desired. And really got a huge boost from just like being the first film like right before, or sorry, rather the last film, like the film, you know, a month and a half away from Endgame. And people were like waiting for any sort of like closure or information, or you know what I mean. So I'm very interested to see how Captain Marvel 2 does. I actually like, by the way, I don't want it to fail. Like, I hope that they knock it out of the park. I felt like the first one probably suffered, like both that and Ant-Man and the Wasp, I felt really suffered. I think clearly, like, you know, the people at Marvel Studios were like really putting all of their time and energy into like making sure they got Endgame right. And I feel like some decisions for Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel likely took a back seat to that, to like in terms of production. Because you gotta remember, a lot, like they were kind of all working up like within the same time frame. Anyway, I don't keep up with new Pokemon. Last set of Pokemon I know is Gen 6. I did play Sun and Moon, but not really. But like, what? New Reggie? Why? Well, for the same reason that they had to make a Cats movie. Because brand IP and recognition sells, baby. It takes forever until you get your starter Pokemon. Does it? 3 times I have. One was seeing Civil War opening night, and it said Queens. True, that was sick. I was spoiled on that, so that definitely, like, you know, I knew it was coming from the trailers, right? Like, you knew he was gonna show up. The theater definitely freaked out though. 2, when the snap happened and Spider-Man started going, when Cap picked up Thor's hammer. The Cap moment was really sick too. Not the same. The snap, and you're right. It was definitely like the Spider-Man moment for sure. Because here's the thing. I actually went in. This is actually, it's too bad I don't have my Twitter anymore. I went into that movie fully expecting half of the MCU to get wiped out. Because of just like reading the comics, right? I don't read a lot of comics, but I'm very familiar with the, you know, Infinity Gauntlet storyline, and all the lead up to that. And so like, I was full on expecting like, you know, the snap to happen at the end, especially given that I knew there was a second follow-up movie that they filmed back to back, where they would, because they could save the day. I fully expected that. What I didn't expect is like, I thought for sure it was going to be like a passing of the torch, sort of. I thought it was going to be like all the old guys get snapped out of existence, and then it's like up to like Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and, you know, Black Panther, rest in peace, and Star-Lord and the Guardians and like those guys to set things right and bring back the main cast for like one final battle at the end. In hindsight, maybe that was like kind of dumb to think of, because like obviously like, you know, why would you waste Robert Downey Jr.'s appearance like that when he has like one more in him? But that's what I thought. So when Spider-Man and all the characters that I was like, I thought for sure were not going to be snapped, got snapped, I was like, oh my god. So yeah, that one did it. And then also the original Avengers, Avengers 1, Battle of New York. That's not actually what it's called. But just Marvel's The Avengers. The moment when, this is like, so it's not even like the money shot, but it is in the third act. It's when Iron Man is like, it's like that one-shot take, but halfway through the one-shot take where Iron Man like uses his like repulsor ray and it bounces off of Cap's shield and kills some of the like the Chitauri. I don't know why that moment got me, like I jumped out of my chair like friggin' like, let's go, babe, like in the theater. It was a really good theater going experience. It was downtown Toronto, midnight screening, everybody was in cosplay, we were in cosplay, so like, you know, it was the right atmosphere to do that, but like for whatever reason it wasn't the money shot. It wasn't like, you know, so many possible scenes that it could have been. It wasn't like the Thor fight in the woods. No, it was that specifically. Definitely one of my best theater experiences. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, excuse me. Absolutely, Video Master. And I have a third, like a runner-up, that got me like really good. But it wasn't during the movie. It was actually walking out of my second screening of Endgame. Me and Nad went and saw it. And we were walking out and we were leaving, and, you know, it was still kind of like resonating because it was still pretty fresh at that point. So, you know, seeing like the Tony Stark stuff and dealing with all that and the cheeseburger scene and all that, you know, it hits you. So I was already a little bit like on edge emotionally there. And then we were walking out, and this kid, this like young, must have been like 10 years old with his dad, were walking out, and obviously like they couldn't get tickets for like the first week, because this is like the second week now that me and Nat had gone to see it the second time, and you could tell it was like his first time seeing it. Obviously the dad made like a special Saturday afternoon to like hang out with his son, take him into the city, like, and the dad was just like, so like, what'd you think? And I don't remember what his name was, but he said like the name, like, so what'd you think, Kyle, for example, right? And the kid just like literally was like gushing and was just like, thank you so much for today, Dad. That was the best movie ever. Like, I'm so happy. And like, and I just like, it just like actually melted my cold dead heart. Like, it just, in that moment, I was like, that's why these movies are awesome. Later, Navy Bomb. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for stopping by. I wonder if they will water down Deadpool. I don't think they actually will water it down too much. A little bit, probably. But I think they know that, you know, they want to make that money. Jesus. But yeah. I've kind of accepted it. As soon as Fox got signed over to Disney, I knew it was over. But I'll be honest, I actually think it's really good. Because like, I personally felt that like Deadpool 2, it just wasn't up to par with the first one, in my opinion. There's some good jokes for sure, but like, I honestly thought they kind of missed the mark and it was just like more of the same. It gave me like very like, well, that's not really fair. I was gonna say like Hangover 2 to Hangover vibes, but that's not really fair because like, it is a different plot. It is like new characters and stuff, unlike, you know, that one, which very much was literally just the same story twice. Like Home Alone 2, for example, is like that. But to me, just like, it didn't really like do much. Additionally, it didn't really up it comedically. It was just more of the same, which like, I get, you know what, a perfect example is like Deadpool 2 was like the Splatoon 2 of like, you know, superhero movies to me, where it's like, it was good and it was very passable, but like, at the end of the day, I felt like it should have probably been more like Deadpool 1.5, and like Splatoon, I feel is the same way. Like, it wasn't enough of a overhaul to probably warrant the 2, but oh well, and they sold it for full price and we ate it up, so hey, you know. Really, really, they felt like they were going for 2 very different plot lines to me. Yeah, it just, I don't know. I left it kind of being like, all right, I never have to see that again. Like, where I didn't feel that way with the first Deadpool. I felt like, oh man, I can't wait to watch that again. So I'm very interested because I think having like the guys behind the MCU on board, but still having the Fox creative team, which Kevin Feige has made it like apparent, Ryan Reynolds and his team are still gonna like oversee the production of it and the script writing process, and they get to hire their people, and but having that like Kevin Feige, you know, masseuse in there to just really like punch it up a bit, I think is only going to be helpful. Because the one thing that the people at the MCU really, as they've just like made more and more money, it's afforded them the luxury to be more risky, and so, you know, they always like to kind of like subvert your expectations, and which again, they're not like Darren Aronofsky here. We're not talking like, but you know, in terms of like superhero movies, like they like to do different things. They like to play with their own formula. They like to, like, one of the best things I think is like in Civil War, right? When you think like the third act is headed towards like, oh man, the whole like Avengers team is gonna have to like rally together to fight all these like Russian super soldiers who are just like you know, the Winter Soldier, and then all of a sudden you show up and it's like, oh no, like he killed them, and here's this twist, like Bucky killed Tony Stark's parents. It's like, you know, like that's the kind of stuff that like, you know, by that point the third act structure was getting very familiar. Even Doctor Strange is a very like basic MCU introduction. It owes a lot to the first Iron Man, absolutely. But that third act is really, really smart in terms of like, you know, it's not just like some giant battle in like, you know, New York, and it ends with like it ends with like stuff exploding and robots, and no, it was like, you know, they got kind of smart with it, which I like. The last one you saw was either Black Panther, Civil War, Guardians 2. Yeah. And that's fair. That's fair, man. Hey, what's up, Emma? I need John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. It's weird, right? Because, like, Marvel sometimes does, like, the absolute, like, the fan choice. Like, I know Benedict Cumberbatch was, like, speculated for Doctor Strange forever before he... It was, like, around that same time, it was, like, the 2 casting decisions that everybody wanted were Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, and in DC, everybody wanted Bryan Cranston as Lex Luthor for Batman vs. Superman. We did not get that, but we did get the former, as, you know, the Sherlock Holmes man himself became the Sorcerer Supreme. But I really, really enjoyed, like that. But at the same time, I also like when they surprised me, because, like, I think a lot of people thought, like, had their fantasy picks for, you know, Spider-Man in the MCU, and they kind of, you know, dug up Tom Holland. I know he had, like, a bit of a presence and was in some stuff, but, like, they kind of mined that one, and a lot of people at the time were like, oh, give it to, like, I think it was, like, a kid from the Maze Runner movies, or maybe the kid from Percy Jackson. I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but, like, there were a lot of, like, people who were, like, much more established in, like, film at the time. I just hope we get to see another Skybeam. True. For sure we will. Do you play Pokemon Go? I do. I do, Time Twister. Yes. How far do we make it into the Sleeplocke? 13 and a half hours. I threw in the tally around 3:30 a.m. Just before that. So around 3:15, I guess, a.m. on Sunday morning. And then, yeah. But yeah, I'm still honestly not really sure what my target is going to be after Redidrago. Part of me genuinely is kind of just thinking, like, just get this out, like, just do Celebi. Like, just go full ham on Celebi immediately after this. I guess it depends, right? Because originally I was going to be like, oh, I need a bit of a break. But because it took so long, I ended up just having my, like, holiday break. Wherein now I'm like, I feel, you know, pretty refreshed in terms of soft resetting again. And thank you, Moon. Yeah, drop a like if you haven't. I do appreciate it. I'd be down. Join me on the hunt. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the one I want to go for, or if I want to, like, do some raid den stuff in between. Because that can also take a long time. I think Brie Larson was an excellent cast. Well, you can definitely tell, like, the difference of when Ike Perlmutter, like, got kind of, like, taken off of being in charge, and Feige got to report directly to Bob Iger. Because they went from, yeah, basically, like, you know, having to cast, not nobodies, but definitely, like, people who were kind of, like, you know, like, Chris Evans before Captain America was kind of in this weird limbo of, like, he could end up, him actually, like, I would say in a very similar spot as Ryan Reynolds before Deadpool. Like, post the proposal, but, like, before Deadpool. Like, in that kind of, like, they're kind of just, like, you know, tapping him for, like, some romantic leads and, like, these kind of, like, you know, average films. Like, you know, he's getting put in these comedies. But yeah, and I'm trying to think of, like, a good example right now. Like, somebody who's kind of, like, they're still working for sure, but like, it's, you know, lack of returns, I guess. Like, law of diminishing returns. And then, you know, they got Chris Evans, and that was, like, huge. And, like, Hemsworth was, like, literally nobody. He was, like, on an Australian, like, soap opera before that. Robert Downey Jr. was actually cheaper than Terrence Howard during the first Iron Man because he was such a liability. And then even, you know, going a little bit forward, like, you know, Paul Bettany, Elizabeth Olsen, like, you know, these are names that, like, at the time, again, like, weren't really, like, you know, no one was, like, clamoring to get, like, those people in their movies. I don't think, at least. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah. And then all of a sudden, they, like, don't, like, they, you know, they, like, Ike Perlmutter gets, like, thrown to the side. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, man, like, they're getting, like, yeah, Brie Larson, Chadwick Boseman. Again, Tom Holland was, like, a nice surprise. They actually went and tried to find someone who's kind of relatively unknown. But yeah, like Michael Keaton for the villain. You know, stuff like that. Like, that's great. Like, that's, and all of a sudden, the team-up movies started to happen, too, right? We got Civil War. We got Hulk in Thor 3. We got, you know, because they, you know, Daddy Ike took his hands off the purse strings. Hey, what's up, Alex? How's it going? I'm excited. Yeah, and, like, Oscar Isaac now. They got Tatiana Maslany, who's, like, you know, an Emmy winner for She-Hulk. But again, I like what they're doing with, like, Kamala Khan. Like, they got, like, an unknown actress who they, like, believe in and thinks has, like, a really good charisma. And it worked for Tom Holland, who definitely had more experience than, I don't remember her name, who got cast. But I'm sure it'll be a household name soon enough. But yeah, yeah, they just, like, they get it. Like, they, you know, they get everybody now. Like, and even, like, I mean, perfect examples, like, Thor 4, right? Like, after Thor 2, Natalie Portman, who, like, at that point was, because she signed on to the first Thor before, like, Black Swan won her an Oscar, and, like, and then she was kind of, like, locked in a bit, right? Thor 2 comes out, she hates it, Patty Jenkins departs, she just has a miserable experience. She leaves, right? She leaves, like, Thor, she doesn't want anything to do with the MCU. They couldn't even, like, get her in Endgame. That's, like, actually just, like, they use, like, outtakes. All of a sudden, Thor 3 comes out, they get Taika Waititi to write and direct it. He revolutionizes it. They get Christian Bale as the villain. And all of a sudden, she's like, oh, I want to be back in the MCU. And now she's going to be back as Jane Foster. And it's like, I actually, so fun story. I knew a guy from Sheffield, and he couldn't say Thor because it was literally the hardest word in the English world for his accent to pronounce. When he said Thor, he said fo. Because he couldn't say his R's, and he couldn't say his thuz. Like, he'd be like, hey, what's up, my name is Matthew. Oh, I shouldn't say his name on stream, just doxed him, but he'd be like, my name is Matthew, and I'm here with my buddy Stan, and together, well, you know what I mean? And so, like, whenever he would try to, like, say Thor, he would go like, fo. And we'd be like, oh, man. Yeah, Shang-Chi could be really, really good, too. Again, I'm less excited for that. I'm definitely, like, I'm very interested in, like, the cosmic and galactic side of like, the MCU right now, as opposed to, like, the down-to-earth side. So, like, give me, like, Doctor Strange, give me you know, WandaVision over Black Widow and Shang-Chi and stuff like that. Even like She-Hulk, like I'm excited for it, but not to the level as I am for like something like WandaVision or Spider-Man 3 or I don't know. Burger King is actually really underrated, really. Hey, nice, Alex. Can I friend you in Pokemon Go? Perhaps. My friend code is in my Discord, in my Pokemon Go chat. Burger King sucks now. Why, Barles? Also, I have like PTSD of this song, not from battling Team Plasma too much, because this was like my transition audio during both of those reviews. I think both the reviews. Hey, what's up, Sailor Satan? Ba-ba-ba. Since Sailor Moon isn't in the MCU, which Avenger is Roy Boy? If Roy Boy was an Avenger, he would probably be on it. Well, I was gonna say Vision, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe War Machine? No, Sailor Satan. No, still going. Oh, interesting, Video Game Master. I don't know. I haven't had Burger King in a while, honestly. The last burger I had was a Wendy's burger, and it was good. It was very tasty. But that was about 3 weeks ago, like right after the, like I stopped doing this hunt, actually. Roy Boy gives me oh, Roy is Loki. Yes, absolutely, Roy is Loki. Good point, Barles. And like now he's got the hair too for it. And like his reaction yesterday with your ride-on joke, is like exactly how like Loki would like. It's like when he's like yelling to Thor about like how he keeps falling. You both are brutal. We love Roy. We love Roy. Don't get it twisted. I'm laughing about it. Well, good, because it's definitely meant to be a joke and not one to take too seriously. I still love that playing Ragnarok with Matt Damon as Loki. That was too great. It was amazing. Hey, the chat, how's it going? Hence the emoji. Fair. I love how, like, the rise of emojis is, remember, like, it used to be such a common thing for people to be like, you can't express, like, feeling through text. Like, everything always gets lost. And now it's like, everybody just communicates with emojis, and so it's, like, way harder to get. Any updates on Super Mario review? I worked on it yesterday. It's about, in terms of editing, it's more than halfway now. I'm going to work on it a bit more tonight. Definitely a lot more tomorrow, as well as, like, tomorrow and Friday. I'm hoping to get it out this Sunday. That's kind of my goal. We shall see. But yeah, thank you for the question, actually, AJ. But yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. I put a really good dent in it yesterday. To put it in perspective, I was at like 10 minutes edited before yesterday. Now I'm at like 16 or something. So like I got like a really good chunk done. And if I can just like keep that up, that like pace up for the rest of the week, it should be able to drop on Sunday, barring any issues. The other problem I had, it would be even closer to completion. But like I was trying to say, I actually didn't have internet from last Monday, I guess, Monday to Wednesday. I had no internet in my house, which definitely, you know, caused me to lose some serious hours on the thing. How do you manage to complete the Pokemon Shield and Sword Pokedex so hard? GTS. Actually, now it's probably even easier because of Pokemon Home. But at the time, it was like using the GTS, catching what you're able to, using the Dex as best you can, because it actually has a mode that like tells you where to go to find new stuff. And then for all that really hard stuff, I basically like found a buddy in Barley and traded like, you know, Zamazenta for Zacian and all the exclusives and whatnot. Yeah. I never maxed out on hours in a Pokemon game. If I get to 999 hours, will I not be able to save after that? I have no idea. I assume you must be. Oh, no, Alex, yeah. Also, I actually, like, I have, like, a new avatar, sort of. No longer am I dressed like the hiker man bun guy. But yeah, this music slaps, absolutely. I was just feeling it. I was like, yeah. But yeah, I have never gotten a 999 either because I probably would have in Sun and Moon. But I often, if I didn't get the shiny during the SOS method, I would often just like either shut my 3DS or just like stop, like don't count the hours, just like reset it so I can get my berries back. What are the member goals again? Well, they need to be changed because I haven't fixed them quite yet, so I was kind of like avoiding that. But we still have Nad hunting Shiny Sudowoodo during like the double Celebi one. We still have so I was supposed to dress up as a starter for the Sleeplocke, which I still need to do. That's like those two already happened or will happen. So it's 60. 60 is Among Us stream, 65 is Belly Dancing stream, and 70 is card opening stream. Though, given my recent stomach issues, I may have to rethink that because I actually don't know if I would have the stamina, given I've been kind of sick lately. But yeah, and then the donation leaderboard is also out of date. I gotta fix this stuff. I promise I will. It's just a matter of time. I wasn't gonna like shill it today basically, but because you so graciously brought it up, Jasim, I wanted to show you. But yeah, it's Among Us stream at 60. What's the point of shiny hunting if you complete the Pokedex? Well, it lowers your odds, and shiny hunting, it's like rare, right? It's like the Pokemon are rarer. Made my day, thanks. I mean, it's just like, it's getting ridiculous. I do have the shiny charm, like, it's kind of insane. And meanwhile, I've still been seeing, like, on Reddit and, like, Twitter and stuff, people are like, I got my Redidrago in under 100, and I'm, like, sitting here like, buh. I've literally been doing this since the day that this DLC dropped. Obviously, like, on and off. Not every day or anything, but, like, it's kind of insane. What's the difference if the Pokemon are shiny? Well, it's for that, like, little dopamine, you know? I mean, does it, like, change the stats? Nope. Nope, it's just to have that exclusivity, to get those sparkles. It does fill out a page in your decks, actually. So if you're somebody who's, like, really hardcore, you might want to feel, like, you know, you might want to catch every single form, every single shiny form. Hey, nice, Nick Meister. Well, welcome, man. Are you sure you don't have shiny encounters turned off? Oh, wow. No worries, Time Twister. Hi, Winnie. How's it going, my bud? Oh, thank you. I do have some, but I still appreciate it. Did you check the mail?
I'm gonna check it now and I'm
Okay. Well, then check it on your way back for sure, right? Yeah. Okay. Love you. And we're already just like that, almost at 4,800. Look at that. We started at like 48 or 47.28. Oh my god, it's already been, man, I talked about Marvel for way too long. Holy. Almost at 50 minutes already. Also, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I wanna hit 5,000 today, like truly. At the same time, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm feeling definitely kind of off and wonkier than usual today. Specifically, like, in my chest. Like, I feel very, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. But, I might only go for 2 hours today. We will see. But, like I said, I really do want to hit that 5,000. So, we'll see. It depends on how the stream is going and everything. And, you know. Yo! Not Nick... Meister gang demands Reggie to shine. Thank you so much, Nick Meister. Can we please get some Nick Meister hype in the chat, please and thank you. Thank you so much, my dude. First dono of the shiny hunting New Year. Appreciate you. Hi, Sander. Hey, no worries, swept away. But yeah, thank you so much, Nick, and for the not Nick Meister gang. I'm so sorry that Butterfree died, but he'll always live on within you. This is dedication. You try. You definitely try. Oh, you just like straight up banned them? Oh, jeez, Barley. I just timed them out. Wow, you really are the most hardcore of the mods. What are you looking for? I am looking for, you know, love in this crazy world. You know, it's a constant battle. No, I am looking for a shiny Redidrago, a slightly bluer legendary Galarian Pokemon. If you ever want to record for posterity, getting to max time, make sure you start recording at about... Oh, wow, really? That's interesting. I don't think personally I would ever do it, but that's actually really cool to know. Hello, Beatrice. Ba-da. Ba-da. I don't want praise, I want hate. Compliment sandwich. Question, yeah. Oh, wow. All right, well, Nightly Crow, I know it's not, you know, the phase you wanted, but pretty amazing. Oh, thank you, Sander. Do you do shiny eggs hatching streams? I have for sure. I tried to do one right before we left for the 2021 break, or 2020 Christmas break, I guess. But, and unfortunately we got to like, I don't even remember how many we did for Darumaka, like 500, 600 on one stream and couldn't get it. And so I had to actually finish it off of stream, which sucked, but, you know, as long as it worked out. Did you hit the failed Nuzlocke shiny on Saturday? I was only there for an hour. No shinies, unfortunately, during the Nuzlocke. Though, my friend Neon is doing a Nuzlocke right now, and he has infinitely better, like, random encounter shiny luck than I do. So I wouldn't be surprised if, like, I find out he got, like, a shiny, like, Poliwag, in, you know, or, like, a shiny Goldeen or something in, like, a few days. Nice, Sander. And I have tried. I went through catalogs of Roy Boy and Stan streams. Couldn't find a single thing. Wow. I put a Ditto and a male Lucario in a breeding center. I got a Lucario egg. Like, how does that work? Well, Ditto is kind of the all-purpose Pokemon, we'll just say. Ditto loves everybody, except legendaries and non-gendered. But Ditto really is there for you when you need it. Hours and hours of footage. Yeah, that's like Roy Boy alone. Man, wait until Jasim. One day, maybe you'll get to see the like privated videos. Never really liked it though, to be honest. I really liked it as a kid, but yeah, as I've gotten older, I just like I only obviously like it for, like, you know, Masuda and stuff, but... Oh, boy. Yeah, no, it's true. And Dance Monkey, like, I would use it, and I would also, like, if it dies, it dies, you know? Nicholas, what's up? Hello. Oh, true. Well, hey. You know, it makes sense. Hello there. Oh, sorry, guys. I actually really like Shiny Garchomp if only it had been a little more noticeable. Oh, absolutely. I almost threw my Switch. It's all good, though. I've done that, too. Don't worry. Well, in hindsight, I probably should have done a Death Box, Alex. I think most people who came on who had done them before were like, why didn't you do Death Box? And I was like, because I didn't really think of that. All the Nuzlocke I'd watched were like, just release it. But... Hey, nice! How's it going? Happy birthday, by the way. Yes, for now, hello there. It's true, yeah. That being said, I wouldn't put it past Game Freak that, you know, in a future game, it's made available to players without having to do that. But yeah, for right now, you do need to have the expansion DLC. Ba-da-da. 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 Ba-da. Bye-bye. 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 Awesome. Glad to hear it. I did keep track of who you lost. I have a cute little rip doodle of all the lost mons I'm doing now. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I went back and rewatched parts I missed. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, we lost, what? So, Pidgey, Rattata, Butterfree, Nidoking, Voltorb, Jolteon, Ekans, the trio, Gloom. Is that it? I feel like I'm missing like one more. Even though I beat Gen 4 and the Gen 2 remakes over a year and a half ago, I think I left my DS open again every time it plays on stream. I just had a spectacularly wonderful idea. Okay, Grinch, what is it? Gyarados? No, Gyarados is alive. Gyarados is alive. Gyarados, Charmeleon, well, Charizard now, and Snorlax are alive. Everybody else is kind of, like, not as good. And I also, like, accidentally killed Goldeen, which I could have used. Or Seaking, actually. I killed, which I would have really loved, actually, an Execute. I would have loved to get an Executor. All the Jeffs, Wandor, not Nick Beavis. I don't remember Shell. Oh, Shelder. Right. Shelder as well. I might play through Heart Gold and just enjoy Johto and then Nuzlocke Kanto. That's very interesting. Best of luck if you do decide to go through that, though. Best HM slave in Gen 3? I usually use Bibarel, but it's, you know. Wait, no, sorry, not Bibarel. Oh my god. Who do I use in Gen 3? Bibarel would be, that'd be a lie. Prob Linoon? No, I actually don't use, Linoon, surprisingly enough. I mean, I'm going hello there, I'm trying. But that's the beauty of being a shiny hunter. Sometimes you get Darkrai's in under 100 when they're full odds, and sometimes you have really good odds and it takes 5,000 to get a single Reggie. No, not Zigzagoon, honestly. I don't know who I use in Gen 3. Oh, probably Numel, actually. Where's Lunin again? Like everywhere in Gen 3. It's very prominent. It's like the Pidgey of Gen 3. Well, I guess that's not true, but it's, I guess the parallel would be Rattata, but yeah. Really? Yeah, Numel. Numel, because it can learn, like, Rock Smash, Strength, obviously not Flash, which kind of bites, and I don't think it learns Cut, but maybe it does? But I feel like that was my most recent playthrough through Gen 3. I think that was, most of my HMs were on that guy. And then, obviously, you need, like, a Water type later on, so usually I'll just catch, like, a Wailmer or something. Oh, thank you, Smashing Brand. Yep. Still going. Numel is because of me. That's true. Oh, that's awesome, Emma. Hello, boss fight. Hey, no worries. I know it's really, really late there. But welcome, Draco. By the way, we picked Charmander. I know you weren't able to make the Sleeplocke. I know the time difference probably killed any hope of that. But it's great to see you today. We didn't have a nickname, so I let Jassim nickname the Charmander. But I picked Charmander for you, my dude, because I know that that's what you would have wanted. Keep the fire burning bright. But yeah, good to see you, my dude, and have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for popping by. Love ya. Dallas is actually cursed. What's he doing now? A challenge is great. It was fun. It was fun, and it definitely made Erica. I say it made Erica easier. That Vileplume plus Hyper Potions almost destroyed everything. 58k for Registeel? Oh my god. That's insane. Yeah, fair enough, Alex. Charmander for the win. Had to do it, man. Had to do it. I got a sword? Nice. Can anyone talk to me? Can anybody find Sander Bronk? Somebody to brule. Bibarel is Derpidius. Love it. Hi, Kevin. I'm shiny hunting Registeel tomorrow and at 150 encounters. Now I'm worried. Well, I wish you all way better luck than I've had on this guy. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you, my friend. I've been doing a Radical Red Nuzlocke. It's hard. So has Emma, actually. Well, actually, I don't know if... Emma, are you doing a Nuzlocke or just playing through? I know you're playing through the game. His Registeel is in Platinum on 2 screens, though. Still, though. I've got a Shiny Crustle. Nice! Lugia should not be Shiny Locked. Not in this game. At least. Yo, what's this song? It was... I believe it's like... It's like Victory Road, I think? From, Black and White? I think. I might be off a little bit, but it's around that time. And a Shiny Barbaracle. Nice. No, for sure, Emma. Have the Reggies ever been Shiny Locked? I don't believe so. I think they've always made them, you know, possible to get. That was like today, on Shiny Hunting Reddit. Somebody actually completed like a living dex of Shiny Pokemon. But they were only doing it legitimately, obviously. So there's some things that just like were impossible. So they had like Darkrai and Shaman from doing the DNS exploit. Or sure. I think they did DNS, but you could also do Void Glitch. Like I did. But, well, not Shaman, because Shaman can't transfer to home after that. But, anyway. So they did that. But there were certain things they were missing. Like, they didn't have a Shiny Victini. They didn't have a Shiny, Jirachi. But you actually can technically get a legal, Shiny Jirachi. It's just really hard. Same goes with Manaphy. So they need to do both of those still. But they were like, that's a whole, like, that's like a year-long task in and of itself. And it's just really cool to see, like, what hasn't actually legally been released Shiny yet and what has. How far are you Void? Wow, yeah, it was crazy. And they said, like, their next step is they want to get, like, all the forms. So, like, all the, like... So, like, 4 different cast forms or whatever it is. Like, all the Oricorio, stuff like that. All the Miniors. I believe Draco, I think it actually is faster. I think somebody, like, timed it, and it turned out to be faster on average doing soft resets. That being said, I've come so far doing the Runaways that I'm just, like, in it now. You know what I mean? Like, sunken cost fallacy. Top 5 ROM hacks? I actually don't... I've never really played one, so I just started my first, like, Nuzlocke the other day, so I'm still, like, a while away from that kind of stuff, but I've heard good things about, Uranium back, like, a few years ago. To me, the runaway method is slightly less frustrating. Yeah, I'm just, like, it's such a pattern at this point, and, yeah, I've done so many soft resets. If I can run away, I'm gonna attempt it, you know? But hey, who knows? We're officially now, we've done 100 since the stream began. And I think our pace has actually been pretty good. I don't think I've gotten too distracted or anything today. Alright, well, good luck with your big day tomorrow, Draco's Domain. I wish you all the best in whatever endeavor it might be. You know, please take care of yourself. Stay hydrated, of course. And, yeah, happy hunting, man. Please take care, and thanks for tuning in. Good night. My hunt for Shiny Rayquaza still continues in Ultra Sun. You'll get it, Sky. Some things take a long time. Case in point, right? True, Alex. True. But yeah, no. I've been pretty like on even like, you know, I'm going into like my rants about like Marvel and whatever, but throughout it all, I've been able to, like, maintain a pretty, good, like, you know, hitting hitting the buttons when I need to hit the buttons. Hello, Onion Poner. Benjamin A. Dover. I believe that's Roy Boy's cousin, actually. Onion Poner. You got this, Andrew. You got this. Oh my god, Alex. Yeah, nice. It's an ice type trainer. That's true, but I believe in you. I believe in you, friend. I just want to try to get as many of these as I can. And thank you, Nick Meister. Yep, drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. Appreciate it. Let's do this. You got it. I believe in you. Do-do-diddly-do. Do-dee-doo. Awesome, Sander. Hey, congrats, Moon. It's that time, eh? Hello! Hello! What color is Redidrago's shiny? Completely forgot. It's like a slightly bluier armor. And I guess like little booties too, but yeah. It goes from like being kind of like a deeper like black or like, you know, like a grayish black to like a bluish black, I guess. It's hard to explain it. But it's not like blue. Like it's I don't know. Mind you, I haven't actually seen one on stream, so I don't really know. I've just seen like images of it online. I haven't actually seen it for myself, so when I see it in person, maybe I'll change my tone, but hey, no worries, boss fight. But yes, that's actually like that the one in the corner there that you can see down below. That is actually what a shiny looks like. Like dark teal? Yeah, but no, also. Like, it's kind of weird. Also, I'm just going to run to the bathroom, I think, guys. And I might also throw on a hoodie as well. It's very cold here today. So just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll just leave the stream up and running. But yeah, I'm just going to run to the bathroom. I've been drinking lots of water. Because like I said, I haven't been feeling great today. So to balance that, I've been drinking water. But that means your boy has to pee. I just had to. It took me. The bathroom break was fast. It was finding and throwing on a sweater that took a little bit longer, but I am back now. Hello. Hello. Oh, I noticed like the most calming music came on too while I went away for a bit. But yeah, hi, welcome back. Hey, Stanana Split. I love it. What's up, Super Ugly? It's your name's a little bit harder to you know put into puns like that. But I will have one. I will come up with one. Don't you worry. Staring contest over. You are Barley. Slim25, Hungry Box. Did you change your shirt? How dare you? It's very cold in this basement, I have to say. Maybe it's because, like I said, I'm feeling a little under the weather today. Or perhaps it's literally just because I live in Canada in a basement and it gets cold down here as the temperature changes. So does, you know, my ability to withstand the cold. But, you know, it was, I noticed, like, usually when I'm streaming, I get pretty, like, warm and, like, heated, like, literally heated. But for whatever reason, today, I'm definitely a little colder. Yeah, I pretty much concern myself with the name Super Ugly 18. I think about uploading some new videos, just tier lists and stuff, and I don't know if I should rebrand. I mean, you have the Modern Mind like stuff as well, right? Like in terms of like the branding, right? When's the next Mario review? It is coming out. I want to say, Jack Cole. I really want to say. By the way, I actually want to see what is this. Oh, it's literally just like a sprite. But like, here's a. I can show this off. It's not perfectly aligned with the screen there. But this is literally like some of the stuff I made for it. I made this actually like weeks and weeks ago. I took a little break over the holidays for my own health and like sanity reasons. And then, but yeah, so it's going very slow right now. Don't worry, in the actual review it'll go faster. It's just it's kind of a behemoth of a graphic. But yeah, I made that in After Effects and Blender. But it's coming, I promise. I promise it's coming. I want to get it out this Sunday. That being said, it's going to depend on a few factors, but I'm making really good progress on it. Yesterday, I put another like 6 minutes of editing into it. Not like, I put like, you know, like 6 or 7 hours of editing into it, but I got like 6 minutes of it done, and it's about half an hour, give or take. Mario games, the in-depth reviews are always a little bit shorter than like a Pokemon one, for example, because like you don't have to go into all these like characters and storylines, and even the gameplay, like from you know, game to game, doesn't change all too much. Like even like in this one, I'm talking about like Mario's movement. That was the section that I completed yesterday, right before I stopped for the day, and basically like I was discussing like, you know, his movement, and I'm like, it's basically all here, but they got rid of the long jump, but now you have the slide. So they like took away this thing, but they added this thing, and like that's kind of it. Like that's all I really have to like. Oh my god, really? How do you pronounce your name, by the way? The Jeggy, or is it Yegi? Or Yeg? Please let me know. Actually, I'm gonna check the temperature right now to see how cold it is in Canada. Really? It's actually surprisingly not as bad as I assumed. I would have thought it was like -10. Says it's only -1 right now, which like, man, maybe I am just sick. Maybe luck, maybe. I hope you, I mean, you literally brought the luck, so. Oh my god, Nick Meister, that's insane. When I was in Alberta, it was regular to get like, you know, like -28, 29, 30 for sure. There was one time where like there's been times where like in Ontario, like I've gone out of my house after a shower and like, you know, my nose hairs freeze, or like you can feel like your eyeballs almost like fighting against freezing. You have to like blink a lot. When I was in Alberta, it was like not just like my nose, it was like like I could feel it like in here. Like it was like that cold one day after a shower. Oh, nice, Sailor Satan, nice. Redidrago shiny locked, right? No, just for me apparently. But yeah, no. It can be obtained. Do not worry. I hope it can be obtained before 5,000, but Misty or Nesta choose. I mean, man, I was born in the 90s. Like Misty all the way. Misty was when I was like a little kid, like Misty was probably one of my first like animated like crushes when I was like young. When I was like 6 and 7, Misty was like, you know. The best. She's like the first tsundere like I ever experienced ever. But yeah. But as time has gone on, hey, what's up, Casual Spoon? How's the Spoonie Meister doing today? But yeah, as time has gone on, you know, I found new loves. Claire, for example, from, you know, the Gen 2 games. Who else? Who else is really awesome in the Pokemon universe? Olivia. Olivia's a babe. I would actually take Olivia over Nessa. Maybe controversial. Maybe controversial, but Olivia is you know, awesome. Oh, Clara Batty. Claire's like, yeah, and she's kind of a brat, but like, you know, you love her for it. No, Claire's just like legitimately my favorite gym leader, and it, you know. Oh, nice. Also, I just want to make sure I probably missed Jiggy or Jeg. Okay, awesome. I'll do my best to absolutely remember that. Also, she kicks my bum, and I can respect it. Exactly, right? Exactly. Misty never really posed much of a challenge. But Claire was pretty hardcore. Cynthia, pretty great. Part of the reason she's my profile pick. Cynthia is amazing. Like, do not get me wrong. Cynthia is absolutely, you know, god tier. But she's almost like what Claire is. Like, Cynthia almost like, for me at least, turns it up to 11, and that's like too much. That's like, it becomes, I'm like more frightened of Cynthia than like anything else, you know? Oh, true, Super Ugly. Did we go down by one member? We actually went down by 2. It is that time of like renewal for a lot of people though, so I totally get it. It's a new year. Everybody's extra generous during like the holidays, myself included. So I totally understand some people, you know, there's a million reasons why they might have. But yes, we did go down by 2 members. We gained 2. We gained Anime Lover and Neon 707 on Saturday Sleeplocke. But now we are back to 53, which is okay. That's okay. You know, it does happen. I'm still very thankful for all of you who have either renewed or kept up your membership or even upgraded in some cases, like Warco and Jasim. I stayed. Investment continues. Well, thank you, Sailor Satan, and I really do appreciate it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's, you know, as much as I'd absolutely adore, you know, growing the member squad and everything like that, I'm very thankful that I even have literally like over 50 people who want to support me financially every month. That's amazing to me. So, especially considering like, it's not like I'm you know, pulling the sort of like viewership and numbers that I once was. So I'm honestly, I'm really indebted to you guys, seriously. So thank you for that. From the bottom of my heart. Yellow Letters in the Snow by IP Freely. I don't really have many, Alex. Like, all my ones are kind of like what you said, like Hugh Jass, like from The Simpsons, right? Like, that's like Bart's phone calls to Moe. Wish I had one, and I've been here for 10 years. You're doing great work, though. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. And yeah, I'm lucky. Don't get me wrong. I really, like, I think a lot of people might, like, look at my viewership and almost, like, you know, feel, like, some sense of, you know, pity or, like whatever, like, sadness for it. And, like, to me, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is great. This is amazing. I get to, like, do what I love, and I have this many people who support me. It's not all about just, like, making trending. Trust me. Oh, that one. True. That one I learned from, I think, Gold member, Austin Powers. When I was a kid, I loved that one. Although I know I'm gonna post a video and get like 12 views, and honestly, maybe that happens. But it's all about rebuilding, right? You gotta rebuild. Do your best. I need a hug and kiss. First name Amanda hug and kiss. That one's great too. That one's definitely from The Simpsons. I remember. But yeah. Also, guys, my pink hair is like, it's really fading away. The brown is starting to come back. It's like mostly, I would say right now it looks more just like bleach with like a little bit of like almost like reddish and then like the brown underneath. You can't really tell right now because, like, the lighting's not... For example, like, the hoodie I'm wearing is actually, like, blue, but it looks kind of like gray or, like, a purpley, like a very light purple. Rebuilding is something I've been thinking about since, you know, my kind of animators got crushed when the algorithm changed. Yeah, I mean, it's true. There's no denying it. Everything long form, basically, like, you know, if you can't upload, you know, like, twice a week, then what are you doing, right? But I feel that. It's almost impossible to see the pink on stream. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. But it's still, you can definitely still tell that it's, like, somewhat lighter, you know? Like, it's lighter than my natural hair color, for sure. Also, sorry I'm having, like, a wild hair day today. Like I said, I wasn't feeling too good. I was honestly just trying to, like, get as much rest as I possibly could before stream today so that I could, like, handle it. I hate the YouTube algorithm. Look, it sucks, but, like, I also get it. Like, you know, there's so much content being posted. 2020 does not make things easier because so many people, like, you know, started channels this year or came back, like myself. So it's constantly, like, flooded with just, like... So I get it. It does suck when you're trying to, like, regrow or build, but, you know, that's part of it. I don't even get notified when you stream. I rely on the Discord. See, that's why I gotta do the Discord. Like, some people I know are, like, mad that I add here everybody, but I literally have to do it. Like, it comes in handy because, yeah, people do miss the notifications. It's weird. It's so weird with notifications. You can watch everything I post and every stream I make, and then, like, also, just, sorry, one sec. I just realized that, like, I think Nad's home, but I just want to make sure. I haven't heard Winston in a while. So either she's going on, like, the longest walk known to man, or, like, something bad happened, and, you know, just gotta make sure. I don't know what kind of content I would rebrand to. I just, like, stay away from commentary channels. Like, there's way too many of those, and, like, they're all saying the same things. It was fun in, like, you know, 2016, but, like, in 2021, I feel like those need to die. I feel like prank channels need to die. Not even because I want them to die, just because it's all the same stuff. Like, it's just, like, the same stuff, but it's, like, it's just, you know, the people who are on top just, like, take these, like, popular pranks and just do them, but then, like, everybody does them because they're on top. I think we need to burn 2020. Oh, for sure. Wait, you want to burn 2016? Why? I actually had my best year ever in 2016, at least in terms of YouTube. I also, like, just regardless of YouTube, it was a good year for me as well. I loathe family blogger channels, but, like, at least, like, that's something where, like, at the very least, I could say you have to be somewhat original. Not always, because when you're, you know, trying to upload, like, daily content, it's very tough, and you eventually just, like, start biting off everything that's, like, popular. But at least, like, the personalities in them have to be their own thing, because it's their own family, you know what I mean? 2016 gave us Pogo. It did. And it gave us Overwatch, which I know isn't as popular now, but I loved that game when it came out. Family crap and Trump. Look, I mean, here's the thing. I do not watch any family channels, but I can understand, like, from the perspective, if you're, like, you know, a 40-year-old housewife and you're getting into YouTube and you're looking for something, and you see that in trending, to you, that's, like, the ideal American family, like, living their best life. Like, I get why that would appeal to certain demographics, not myself. Whereas, like, the prank channel stuff, like, that I don't get. Because, like, if you're a kid, right? Like, if you're a kid, there's so much other stuff that's, like, catered toward kids that is, like, more exploitative and more, like, colorful than like, people doing, like, grown adults who are in their 30s doing pranks against each other. Like, that's what I don't understand about that. And then, like, you know, when it comes to, like, the reaction channels, again, it's, like, I just feel like, why? Why would a kid go and watch that when they could just watch, like, all these, like, Johnny, Yes Papa stuff? Like, stuff that is literally targeted to take advantage of kids' short attention spans, you know? And I'm not saying it's right, by the way, because it's not. If you're targeting kids to advertise your merch or your channel or whatever, like, that's wrong. Like, inherently that's wrong. But I'm just saying, I can understand how those channels pull in, like, the slime videos and how they can pull in, like, all these, like, you know, young, impressionable audiences who don't know better. Fortnite as well, right, is a good example of that. What I don't get is, like, reaction channels and prank channels who don't really do that or take advantage of that often. And I'm just like, I don't get it. That true, Jiggy, yeah. Like, my dad, for example, right? My dad really enjoys, he found YouTube not too long ago, And he first started out, he was like, oh man, these guys like Casey Neistat and Peter something. I can't remember his last name, but he's like, oh man, these guys are like really cool, and like, you know, they're like these like older guys that I can kind of relate to, sort of. They're not like these young like 18-year-old millionaires. I mean, they're millionaires, but you know, and yeah, he likes them. And then eventually he got into like a subgenre of like automobile like restoration stuff, and he loves that because he's really into cars. And then he got into like dog videos, like he likes like watching like Cane Corso like videos. And I think that's cool. I think that he like found his like niche, you know what I mean? That's what he likes to watch. Whereas I like to watch, you know, gaming history videos, speedrunning videos. Like my, if you look at my YouTube watch later, it's basically like Japan videos, sneaker videos, pay money wubby, some like true crime stuff, gaming historian, and then like Yu-Gi-Oh abridged, and then like speedrunning stuff. Like that's my watch later right now. Debatably Solo. Still have not seen Solo. I literally could not go anywhere, and considering I was a Nintendo fan in 2016, I had nothing to play. True. Good point. I mean, we did have Sun and Moon, though. They came out that year. That's what I was like, I was good with that. I was like, oh, Sun and Moon, great. And we knew that the Switch was coming, which was also pretty cool. I don't think we knew that it was like the Switch yet, but we knew that it was like the NX, right? Sun and Moon and Overwatch, though. I love that. Solo's an okay film, nothing special. So, Emma, interesting you say that. That's the episode that is in my watch later. It popped up into my actually, the algorithm doing good. It popped up into my homepage as like the #1 video, and I was like, yes, please. It's been a while, but yes, please. But I didn't finish it. I actually like fell asleep watching it. Not because it was bad. Like I said, I was just very, very tired and not feeling as good today. Well, thank you, Danger Doge. Thank you. Also, Nadia did not text me back, so I'm gonna call her. I'm just gonna mute my mic very quickly. But yeah, because now I'm actually getting like a little worried here. She's all good. I totally forgot. The whole thing was today she was supposed to meet up with a coworker, actually, with masks, of course, but the coworker's kids have like fallen in love with Winston, so she was like taking Winston and going on a walk with like this mom and her 2 kids. So yeah, that's where she is. And I was like, right, you did say that, you mentioned it, but let's talk. Widowmaker here. Best starter Pokemon? Best starter Pokemon. I mean, I always used to say Cyndaquil, but like as time has gone on, Rowlet has really, like, I love Rowlet. I love owls. I love grass types. And then also, like, given that like Sun and Moon is probably the most important and impactful games that have like affected me personally in my life, it's probably Rowlet at this point. I'd have to like actually try to look at it objectively and be like, here's the criteria. How much is nostalgia worth? How much is like, you know, actual impact worth, and which one wins out? But it's between those two. It's between Cyndaquil and it's between Rowlet. And I think I'm leaning more, as more time passes, I lean heavier towards Rowlet. I actually like miss it. Like, I'm nostalgic for it. My favorite is Squirrel. Nice, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I think for sure top 5 for me. So Cyndaquil, Rowlet for sure. Can't really touch them. Probably Charmander. Probably, oh, this is gonna be tough. Oh, there's so many good ones. Torterra for sure. Like, so I'm just going off of baby form. So, but like, think of it for the whole line. So, okay, so Rowlet, Torterra, Cyndaquil. probably Charmander, honestly. I know. But I really love Charmander. Like that line really, even though I play as Squirtle in Pokemon, you know, or Pokemon Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as Pokemon Trainer. Favorite water starter is Froakie. So Froakie probably actually rounds that out. That's probably my 5. It's probably Charmander, Turtwig, Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and Froakie. That is probably my, and like it sucks because there's so many I love. I love Meganium. I love Feraligatr and Totodile. I love that whole line. I love like the Monferno line. I love the I mean, I didn't even say any Gen 3. Mudkip, Trico, and see that's the problem. You know what the problem is? If it had been like Trico versus like 2 bad starters or like just like underwhelming starters, I think I'd probably like immediately be like, Trico's so good. But because it's like every time I play that game, I split who I play as because I just like love each and every one of those Gen 3 starters so much. They just kind of like blend together and it's harder to like pick one. Oh, nice, Emma. I like choosing fire starters for Kanto, Sinnoh, and Hoenn. Kanto, Sinnoh, Hoenn. Yeah, good choices. I mean, all 3 of those, I picked the fire starter my first playthrough. My first playthrough has gone Charmander, which was actually in the Game Boy Advance games, but I'm still counting it. Charmander, Cyndaquil, Torchic, and then Chimchar. And then it was only after like my renaissance with Black and White and Black and White 2 that I was like Snivy, and then literally I did Snivy twice. Like that's how much I love that Pokemon. Speaking, oh, this song slaps. But yeah, Snivy, and then Gen 6 was Froakie, and then Gen 7 was Rowlet, and then Gen 8 was Scorbunny. The T-pose in the Game & Art. That's Game Freak for you, my friend. Also, we're almost at 4,900. Like, we're making our way downtown, and we're walking fast. Gen 7 starters are so good, man. I actually agree. I think Gen 6 and Gen 7, I'm not going to lump the Gen 6 starters in there because I do think they're... But I think Gen 6 and Gen 7 are actually my favorite era of new Pokemon. And I know it's not, like, as much... Like, we didn't get as many as Gen 5 or Gen 1 or arguably even, like, Gen 3 or maybe... Well, 4 kind of, you know, is weird. But, hey, what's up, Prism? But, yeah, but I think Gen 6 and 7... Like, Sonic Chow, I think, actually asked me the other day, like, what do you think is, like, the golden age of Pokemon? And I actually personally really enjoyed, like, Gen 6 to 7. Personally speaking. They didn't mean... They meant in Pokemon terms of designs, not in terms of, like, the gameplay. Because obviously that's 4 and 5. Zane, what's up, man? Hope you're feeling a little better today, man. Actually, Zane, if you don't mind, I'd actually like to talk to you about something off stream, obviously, because it's like personal. But I'd like to talk to you off stream, my dude. I will DM you. Still tired? Yeah. I expected as much, but hopefully it's a little better. Hopefully you're able to get a little more sleep. But yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. Damn, that's a fresh take. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon could honestly compete with Gen 3. I mean, that's arguable and that's definitely debatable. But I think, yeah, I think people who are like, man, Pokemon's been going downhill, like they haven't been putting effort into it, like definitely missed out on Gen 7 because I feel like Gen 7 honestly belongs in that tier of like Gen 4 and 5 and like even 3. I preferred Moon Sun to Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I did as well, but that being said, I did play them like back to back year after year. And I feel like with time, maybe I can appreciate them slightly more. But yeah, story beats like Sun and Moon are way better. And for like character development. I like that stuff in a Pokemon game. Plus, I love like the little the tie-ins with like the hunting down the Ultra Beast with like Looker and the like Battle Frontier Brain or whatever who lost her like memories. It's fun. It's very fun. And it was a good post game. Much better than Shieldbert and Swordden, or whatever his name is. Swordberg and Shieldbert. I don't know. The only good Star Wars movies, not necessarily content, since the OT were Rogue One and debatably Solo. Somebody said that earlier, actually. Yeah. So I actually hate Rogue One. Maybe that's like a scorching hot take. I don't know, but I really don't like Rogue One. I thought it was just a waste of time when I saw it in the theaters. Like, I would rather have a movie. I know this sounds like this sounds bad, but like, I'd rather have a movie like The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker that's like worth hating on and discussing and poking fun at infinitely more than something like Rogue One, which I thought was just like fodder. I thought it literally served no purpose like at all. It just, you know, yeah, the Darth Vader scene at the end is cool. It was cool to see him on Mustafar as well. But like, I really did not care about the characters. They just existed to die. We knew that they probably had to die, and they did. And yeah, spoilers, I guess. Sorry, but yeah. So, you know, take that for what you will. Oh, I guess our playlist just ended. Wow, it's already been almost 2 hours. That's crazy. All right, as much as I would love to just get into Black and White 2, I think you know what? Let's get into. We got 80 minutes of Wii music. Who's feeling nostalgic for some Wii music out there? Not weed music, Wii music. Sorry if I'm. All right. By the way, Mando. I think I fully agree that Mando is like the best thing that they've made, aside from maybe Clone Wars stuff that I haven't watched, so I can't speak on. But Mando's really good. Like, Mando's one of those shows that like I always start to think that it's overrated a bit. Like, as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, this is a little overrated, and then they like do something that I'm just like, oh wait, no, this is why people love this show. Like, this show is freaking amazing. Hey, Grammarly ad. Yep. Hey, Time Twister, you're back. Welcome back. I just love the Britney Spears edit from the Vader scene from Rogue One. Really? I haven't seen that. You have to send it to me on Discord, Moon. Did you finish watching season 2? Yeah, I actually, I waited at all weeks, every week. So however many it was, 6, 8, I forget. I think it was 8, right? Episodes. I waited till it was all done. And then literally the day after it all was released on Disney Plus, me and Nad like binged it all on a Saturday. And it was really good. Like, I get it. Literally, like, it hits like the guys like me who like don't know about the Clone Wars and don't know as much about like the extended universe and stuff. It still hits me, I think, like just as hard. Like, there's still enough like it's just well told. Like, the story is well presented, enough that like I can latch on. And then when those movies do happen, that are big enough that like they transcend even like knowing the Filoni-verse, which is, you know, all the Clone, like. I'm like immediately like, oh, I get it. Like, I can only imagine how good this must be for somebody, you know? Oh yeah, of course, Super Ugly. Oh, nice, Emma. That being said, I still think the first episode of Mando Season 2 is the best episode. I know people will say that's blasphemous, because, like, you know, it gets really good towards the end, but, I think I really like. I think it's called like The Sheriff or like something like that. Really good. Yes, of course. No spoilers. For some reason, it says you're no longer live. Really? That's great, YouTube. Thank you for that. That's bizarre. Didn't think he was a Star Wars fan. Oh yeah, I actually. There's a picture. I'll show you this picture. I will show you this picture. I don't know if you guys have probably seen this. Maybe you have. I don't know. Sorry, give me 1 sec. I know I'm stalling a bit, which, like, kind of does suck, but I really want to show you guys this picture to prove my Star Wars fandom is real. Sorry, I have so many freaking photos, man. I gotta delete so many like memes and stuff off my camera roll and get to like the actual stuff that matters. Come on. Almost there. I promise it's worth it. I wouldn't do this if I didn't think there was like some good reasoning behind it. Wait, now I'm in... Oh, I gotta go back even 1 year further. Wow. I thought it was 2018, but it was 2017 that The Last Jedi released. Okay, come on. Sorry, guys. I know this is super boring. Oh, by the way, just to parrot my earlier sentiments about the MCU. So I actually took this poster. You can see the date there. Maybe it says March 18th, 2018. Or does it say 18th? 16th. Sorry. I made this image and I crossed out in blue all the faces of the characters I thought wouldn't live. So I basically, the characters that I thought wouldn't make it were, I don't even know. Basically, it's actually easier if I say the characters that I thought would make it. I thought that the characters that would make it, and there's gonna, like, you're gonna just realize how wrong I was. I thought Thanos would snap out half the universe, but I thought that, that Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, Drax, Gamora, Groot, not Rocket, Spider-Man, Bucky, Hulk, Iron Man, Black Panther, Shuri, Nebula, and I think that's it. Those are the characters on the poster that I thought would live. So as you can, like, just think about that for a sec. Aside from literally Iron Man and Hulk, I couldn't have been more wrong. And even, like, of all the Guardians I chose to stay, to not die. Oh, and I said Thor, too. I said Thor would live as well. So, yeah. That is literally the image. So I got 3, like, 3 were the only... Anyway, it's crazy. I picked Drax, Gamora, and Groot over Rocket Raccoon and Mantis. Anyway. It's insane. Oh, wait, I guess that's kind of good. I said Mantis would go, which is bad. And I said Peter Quill would go, and I said Denai Guerrera's character would go. But anyway, I really dropped the ball on that. Oh no! Anyway. Okay, now I gotta just, like, fly through these, because I gotta go to 2017 here. Because I promised you guys this photo. Bop, 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 bop. This is just, like, reminds me of Roy's TikTok now. Here's a picture of me. At The Last Jedi with a Mace Windu purple lightsaber with my buddy Braden behind me with the Darth Maul dual saber at our local movie theater, dressed up. And here's a picture. Of this is me and, like, our whole group with all the, like, Force FX lightsabers. I know it's blurry. I know you can barely see it, but we got, like, everything. We got Qui-Gon, we got Luke, Return of the Jedi, we got Anakin's, Obi-Wan's, Count Dooku. It's all there, baby. And I called dibs on Mace Windu. I always love, because when I was a kid, I had the Mace Windu purple one. Show us Roy Boy? Okay. I actually added to my Roy Boy folder album the other day, which is actually not even me lying. Like, straight up, I added photos to my Roy Boy folder yesterday. I'll show you guys this one. This is one of my favorite Roy photos I've ever seen. Zoom in? No? You don't want to recognize his face? No? Okay. Alright. That's fair. Anyway. LOL, you might have to upload that on Discord or something. Said, AJ, I would never upload it on Discord for the sheer fact of, like, I don't want to dox my real life friends. I have one of my friends in that has a very sensitive job that I would never want to, you know, put him in any issue or harm's way or leave a trail on the internet of. And so because of that, I would never do that. I would never do that, ever. Oh God, that? You love it, Moon. Don't lie. Don't lie. All right, so Marbles on stream? When? Oh, okay, Stan, understandable. This is recently in my head from having to play through Mario Galaxy twice. Oh yeah, for anyone else wondering about, like, the Mario games, so the good news is during the holiday break, I was able to play Galaxy essentially twice because of the Luigi stuff too. So That's all recorded. So usually how I do a project, like the reason it takes so long is because like when I finished 64, the video went up, and then like that following Monday, I started playing through Sunshine, a game I'd never played before, and then had to beat it, 100% it, you know, do everything I could. That being said, I'm not gonna 100% every game I ever play. That would require me, like in Pokemon, for example, to like beat the entire battle tree and get like every, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that, but I just like, as long as I get the footage of the thing, I'm good. So I usually try to beat like at least like one Frontier Brain or like Maison Brain or whatever they're called. It's so on and so forth, right? And then, you know, awkwardly, Gen 6, Oras, the remakes, didn't actually have any battle stuff to have to get footage of, so that was nice. Although I did have to do the Maison, so that's actually technically not true. But still, I think it does. I think it does, Nick. But yeah, so anyway, so this time, when I release the Sunshine review, I literally immediately get into the writing phase. Like, I've saved just the last part of Galaxy with Luigi just so that I can record that footage and, like, get a sense of the game again. But then, like, literally after playing for, like, half an hour, that's done, and then I can import the footage, and I'm, like, good to go. So it's gonna be a faster turnaround, hopefully. That being said, who knows? Things do happen, but I think the plan is to have it, like, way faster turnaround. The battle tree was my favorite battle tower. Really? That's what people say. That's what people say, Alex. I know a lot of people have also said Clone Wars Season 7 as well. I love Gen 5 game reviews. Innova Gang, rise up. Yo! That's so funny, KH2 Maniac, because we were literally just listening to the complete black and white soundtrack, actually. Without like, the alternate themes of, like, seasons, but yeah. Also, I'll say it. I'll stand up for it. The Force Awakens is actually a great film. It's actually really good. It's a soft reboot. It's A New Hope on steroids with connective tissue, but it's a great film. It's a very well done, modernized Star Wars film. The emotions are great. The characters are great. The beats are perfect. The reveal is nice, even if it's a little predictable. It's great. They ruined it, and they retroactively tarnished it, like The Matrix 2 and 3 to The Matrix. But still, it's a highly enjoyable film. I was super pumped up. And I will not sit here and let people disparage. Disney started out the gate really good, but it's very telling that, like, the only film that they actually spent, like, multiple years, like, they spent, like, 4 years in a roadmap planning out, is the one that's actually, like, good. You know what I mean? Are you worse? Are you high? Disney made it worse. Even Mark Hamill expresses his distaste. Mark Hamill was mad about The Force Awakens because they gave him one line. After, like, they hyped him up on social media, and, like, even he, I think, thought he was gonna have a larger role in it. That's why Mark Hamill was mad about that. I agree. I'm not a fan of The Last Jedi. I am also really not a fan of the Rise of Skywalker. The Force Awakens, though, The Force Awakens is a very solid movie. We get an actually, like, great Han Solo performance out of Harrison Ford, who, you know, said he'd never come back again. The characters are likable. The banter is fun. I don't know where all of that went. But yeah, that's my opinion. Maybe it's a hot take. I think it's. I mean, look, the thing was nominated for an Academy Award. Like, also, let's be honest, the Oscars mean absolutely nothing. But the point is like, you know, they did something. Do you like Gen 6? That's 6, right? I do like Gen 6. It's actually my most played generation up until 7. And that's only because of shiny hunting. But it's my most played generation. It's the one I played through the most times. I like to repeat it and replay it. That being said, no, it's all right. It's all right. It's probably, like, among the weaker gens out there. It's very rushed. Rian Johnson is great. Rian Johnson as a Star Wars filmmaker is the wrong fit. That is the wrong person for the middle of your, like, planned, well, unplanned trilogy, let's be real. But, yeah. That is a bad match. As Thomas said, Gen 6 felt like a sequel to Gen 4 and not to 5. Well, it felt like it regressed to everything that Gen 5 did. It has the same DNA as Gen 4, right? As in, it's the first game. It's a soft reboot on a new hardware system that they're not really used to working with. It has new mechanics. So like Gen 4 had the bottom screen, the touch screen that they had to kind of figure out. Obviously, Gen 6 had to work around the 3D aspect of everything. And in both cases, they came up short, I think. Gen 4, original Gen 4, not Platinum Gen 4. Because I actually do think, had we gotten, like, Z, I think like, X and Y would be remembered much more fondly. Because, like, if I'm comparing, like, Gen 4 and I only get to choose Diamond Pearl, it's one of the worst. I'm sorry. There's so much, like, lag. There's so much just baffling decisions in that. It's not a great game. Post-game content's not that amazing, honestly. So, yeah. Ryan Star Wars was bad fanfiction. The thing is, I feel like J.J. Abrams could have done better with Episode 9 if it weren't for the mess that Rian Johnson had left him. But, here's the thing. He chose to take that. Like, that's the... J.J. Abrams is not a victim unless it's true about, like, what they did. He made, like, a certain cut, and then, like, the Disney execs just, like, cut it and never told him and just released it. If that's true, then, like, he is a victim. But, if he signed on, he knew the parameters. It's like Joss Whedon with Justice League. He knew that he didn't have a lot of time to try to save something with, like, all this lore built into it, right? Oh, shoot. I hop in and we're talking Star Wars. What's up? Yeah, it started with just, like, talking about, like, Mando, and, like, now we're just, like, getting into the actual, like, sequel trilogy. Episode 8 isn't even bad. People just don't like how it handles old characters. Well, I gotta say, so there is some stuff visually and thematically that I absolutely adore about Episode 8. But Barles, come on, man. Like, all this stuff with Holdo is just awful and doesn't even, like, make sense upon, like, repeat viewings. Especially her interactions with Poe. Like, the fact that they... You know what I will never forgive? This is actually true. You can defend that movie all you want, but at the end of the day, they took Finn, this actually compelling character, and they made him, like, a backseat. They, like, marginalized him. They took away his love interest because Disney didn't have the cojones to show at the time a black male lead with a white female. Like that's so backwards. That's so awful that they did that. They minimized him, they marginalized him, and then they did it even more so in Episode 9. Finn was always marginalized, but not in Episode 7. He wasn't. There was very clearly seeds planted there that, like, this guy has a crush on this girl, but she's dealing with something bigger. So, because romance, let's be honest, has never been at the forefront. But even still, you can say, like, all right, well, what about the chemistry with Poe? And look, you can read that either way. When I initially watched it, I didn't view their, like, chemistry through that lens. But, like, that would have been at least more interesting than what we got. They did. And, Barley, for the record, John Boyega sat down with Kathleen Kennedy and discussed how he felt like he got propped up in Episode 7 to be this big, main player in this franchise just to be, like, put back. He was just a misdirect. Yes, but he was a misdirect that was, like, that's not an excuse, dude, because, like, Poe, for example, wasn't even supposed to live through Episode 7. The charisma was just too good, with Finn, by the way, that they were like, let's bring him back. It was supposed to be Kylo Ren, Rey, and Finn. We're supposed to be the new trilogy people. That is literally what it was supposed to be. That's how Irvin Kershner and, what's his name? Kasdan wrote it. And then all of a sudden they were just like, no. Josh, I mean, you think that, but, like, man, like, it actually did have it had stuff to do with him, his race. It did. John Boyega himself, like, had to talk to Kathleen Kennedy about it. It absolutely did. Because the shareholders at Disney were scared about Chinese audiences and appealing to the southern parts of America if they showed in their Star Wars movie a black lead character and a white lead character. It's the same reason. All you have to do is look at the career trajectory of Will Smith. Will Smith, it's a thing in Hollywood. Will Smith has almost always, 95% of the time, recently it's been maybe a little bit different, but for 95% of his career, his wife or girlfriend or love interest either had to be black or Hispanic. That was it. They could never have, even Will Smith, he's like, he's the Tom Hanks of, like, the action genre. Like people love Will Smith, right? And even him, with all his charisma, they were like, oh no, that's too scary for, like, modern day audiences. By the way, that's not like me, you know, trying to be political or anything. Like, this is a well-known fact in Hollywood. Like, I'm not trying to push an agenda or a bias. This is, like, these are real factual things that have been talked about, discussed at length, that Hollywood bigwigs and, like, writers have come out and said, yeah, no, I was forced this way by the studio. I wanted to go this way, and they said no. Like, this is real stuff. Then why does she make out with Kylo Ren? And that's the thing, right? That's the thing. So they were okay with giving her, like, Ben Solo at the end, but not... So anyway, it's all good. I don't want to get into it because maybe I am coming off a little political, but I'm just saying, like, Disney, like what Moon was saying earlier about, like, Disney does some stuff, like, I agree with that completely. They pretend, they want to they put, like, a toe in the water, and then all of a sudden have to, like, paddle themselves home, like... And I hate that. I hate that so much. That's why Marvel, it's actually dope that, like, and again, say what you want, but, like, it's actually dope that, like, they're at least trying, whether it's right or not. You know, like, I also feel that, like, in Endgame, that, like, A-Force, you know, how did all those characters, like, all the female characters in the middle of the craziest battle the universe has ever seen end up together on one scene? Like, that would never happen, right? I completely agree with that. I didn't like it when I saw it, but, like, at least they, like, go for it, you know what I mean? Something about Star Wars, they just, like, refuse to actually, like, go for it. Yeah, it's true, Emma, it's true. Never forgive the prequels. I love the prequels. I grew up with them, right? Like, and again, I like them for the same reasons. And hey, who knows? Maybe, like, kids who were, like, 10 when The Last Jedi came out and Return of Skywalker will, like, find love, like, stuff in it. I don't know. So the issue is always when it comes off as an agenda. Yes, and that's true. And that's why I want to be careful here, too, during the stream. I don't like to get political on streams. I have my own beliefs, and I stay pretty true to them. And I'm a very, I think, tolerant and welcoming person of everybody, honestly. As long as you didn't, like, commit an actual felony against somebody, like, I think I'm pretty tolerant and understanding. That being said, I also understand why, like, it's easy to get in that mindset of, like, well, it actually had nothing to do with this aspect of this person or whatever, and they're overwhelmed. But, like, I don't know, if you actually look at the data, like, empirically, like, I'm trying to be as, like, objective as possible here. This isn't, like, me talking as, like, you know, Stan who has this, like, certain bias politically one way or another. This is me literally talking just, like, if you look at the facts, like, there's some really shady stuff that goes on in Hollywood. That's not, you know, look at the, like, the Me Too stuff that just happened, right? Like, there's some bad stuff that happens to both men, women, people of color, even people not of color. Like, Hollywood's just not a good place. It's a toxic LA environment where, like, it's people trying to undercut and you know, produce stuff to appeal to everybody and not offend anybody. And, like, just, there's a lot of problems systematically with a place like Hollywood, with LA, right? It's not a good place to be. I love, like, in a recent Donkey video, he was, like, making fun of, like, Nate Shott's, like, 100 Thieves Gaming House. And, like, one of the last things he said, he's just like, why are people in LA so weird? And, like, that's actually true. Like, people in LA are, like, yeah. When it comes to media and mixed couples, you'd have to admit that the comics were years ahead of anything in Hollywood. Kind of why I stick to comics and manga and try to skip all the toxic movies and shows. Yeah, and look, by the way, Josh, like, I'm not, like, don't worry, I'm not coming down hard or anything. You can absolutely have your opinion. I'm just, like, I don't know if you're aware. I'm trying to, like, let you know that, like, there are, like John Boyega himself had to, like, he literally had to have a sit down with Disney, like, Kathleen Kennedy and the top brass at Lucasfilm to explain to them why what happened is not good. Like, why what they did, like, and he said, he's like, you know, if you had of, like, in the first film, if you had of, like, made it out so that I was a background character, that I was Lando, for example, and then I kept up that role, that's okay. But what you did is you basically, during a movement, during a time of change, you propped me up to be this thing, a symbol for you know, black folks and people of color to champion a hero, and then you took that away. You took that away. And I gotta say, here's another thing, and this might, you know what, this actually is political, and I often don't do this, and if you don't like it, that's totally fine. This isn't how these streams go 99.9% of the time, but there was something that we saw during all of the change that was going on for you know, people of different colors and you know, the trans community and stuff like that. What we saw was actually the straight white cis, or sorry, that's the same thing, but, like, the straight white female starting to come into her own and get all of these, right? So, like, things like Big Little Lies, Captain Marvel, Rey, it seemed like white females finally got to have like their time. And by the way, nowhere near as close to like, you know, the stuff that their male counterparts were getting. Trust me, I'm not saying it's even, but I'm saying like they seem to be the ones who like finally got to like make their statement and make their mark during that period. Not to the degree that it should be, but still. But when it's actually like, it was actually other communities, I think personally, who needed that push more. I think it's still weird that like the Asian community, like I have so many like Filipino friends, and it's like, it's weird to me that like they didn't grow up seeing like a superhero who was Asian. It's weird to me that like they never really got to see like an Asian you know, Star Wars hero, like a Luke Skywalker archetype, right? I mean, yeah, you can say like there's a few characters here and there, but like it's always like, so it's because of their race. It's never like because of just like they're a sick person, right? Like they're an amazing human being. Anyways, I'm gonna get off this topic, but I didn't want to say that because I don't want to like you know, get too deep in the weeds here and like start spewing ideology and whatnot, because I recognize that everybody's from different places, has different opinions and whatnot, but that is just literally like my 2 cents on the matter. And that's one thing that I think like everybody kind of got lost in, is like, I don't know. My problem with, say, LeBron is he stands up for people, which is fine, but not China, as there's too much money there. I actually agree with that. No, Alex, you're absolutely right. I actually think that is ridiculous that he called out Maury for all that, and he bent the knee to China because China buys sneakers. China likes the Lakers, right? Yes, LeBron is a capitalist. But at the same time, that doesn't mean he can still do very, very good things for the black community. It's just he also holds his tongue sometimes, right? Oh, wow, Josh. It is actually not, Lloyd. It is actually not. I know it kind of looks that way. It's just like, it's like a still from my logo, basically. South Park got banned in China. Yeah. Hello! Oh, nice, Jiggy. Nice. But yeah. Yeah, LeBron, like, I can agree and disagree with that. Like, I can say I think, like, what he's doing for Cleveland in particular, and the black community there, and the black athlete movement, is amazing. It's actually, like, amazing. But it's also, like, it's in style, right? Like, it's easy for him to do that in the same way it was easy for Michael Jordan to ignore, you know, Michael Jordan never had to be Muhammad Ali, right? He never had to do that, and it's like it's easy right now for LeBron. It's hard to stand against what China was doing, and LeBron didn't, right? He actually like doubled down basically. Oh my god, I haven't seen it Super Ugly. Maybe I should. Maybe I should watch that one. I used to love South Park so much. Can I LOC? I actually don't know what that means. Answer guy. But yeah. By the way, and this is actually coming from, I'm a LeBron fanboy. Like, I'm a self-admitted, my buddy Rob, actually last year before the pandemic hit, I was like 14 days away from seeing LeBron face the Raptors in Toronto, having like really good seats. He got them for me as like a bachelor like present because I was supposed to get married in the summer. I was so excited to see him. I've never seen him live before because the tickets are always insanely expensive and I would never spend that on myself. But my buddy actually got his tickets, and I was so hyped to see LeBron because I love LeBron. When I got into basketball during the 2016 championship run. No. I still think, dude, it's Jordan is better than LeBron because Jordan is more, basically it's like, who is the better athlete? It's LeBron. Who is the guy that I want who I think can actually make my team better? It's LeBron. If I want someone to like train my young guys to like make them better and like those like semi on the fringe all-star guys and make them better, it's LeBron. That being said, if I want to win a championship, I pick Jordan every time, 10 out of 10 times. Jordan, I just watched a video actually yesterday about like Jordan never lost from like 1990 to his retirement. Well, both retirements, but he never lost 3 games in a row, ever. Which is like, they did the math on it, and it's like a statistical improbability of 1 in like a trillion for that to happen. For one person to be that dominant. Stan, do you have LeBron over Kobe? Absolutely, yeah. I mean, rest in peace to Kobe. Like, I will admit too, Kobe, like, there's been a Jordan renaissance, so I've like read a book on Jordan. I've like watched the Last Dance, obviously. I'm very familiar with him. And I'm very, very familiar with LeBron because, like I said, I've been watching LeBron very closely since 2016 specifically. Missed out on the Heat era, but I got to see 2 championships, and that was really cool. But that being said, I kind of missed that window of Kobe. So I'm hoping we get some cool stuff on him so I can learn more and appreciate him more. But I'm you know, pretty aware, universally aware of who he was to that team, who he was to the game of basketball. And I actually do think that, like, he's a great candidate to replace Jerry West as the logo, like, for the NBA. That being said, though, I think LeBron's 4 rings, I think, are actually more well-earned than Kobe's. And I think that Kobe, I think, like, Kobe had, like, a mentality that could almost be perceived as toxic. Not that LeBron doesn't. LeBron has sometimes that, like, I'm going to trade you. I remember he got on The Shop, his, like, HBO show with, oh my god. I want to say LaMelo Ball, but it's not LaMelo Ball. It's, oh my god. There's too many balls. But you know who I'm trying to say. Ball, number 2. He plays on New Orleans now. Oh my god, I can't think of his name right now. But he got on The Shop and literally was like, you did so good this season, man. You're great. Like, just be hungry, stay hungry, and, like, we're going to win a chip. Don't worry. And then literally, like, 2 weeks later, after that aired, he traded him. Leangelo? Yeah? Is that, yeah? Number 1, Jordan. Number 2, LeBron. Number 3, Kareem. Number 4, Russell. Number 5, Magic. Number 6, Bird. Good list. Okay. Jordan is 1. LeBron is 2 for me. Kareem and Russell, I gotta give that to you. And if we're just, by the way, also, if we're talking most dominant player in all of basketball, not NBA, I think Kareem actually, like, is number 1. If you look at Kareem's high school, college, and NBA career, and also Kareem, and especially Kareem didn't get the love because Kareem, like, changed his religion to Muslim in a time when, like, especially a time when that, like, it's still not, let's be honest, like, very media friendly to be a Muslim in you know, 2021, honestly. Like, let's be honest, in media. He did it in the 80s, man. Like, Kareem is like a friggin' trendsetter. He is like Muhammad Ali for basketball. I love that about Kareem. Oh, it was Lonzo. It was Lonzo. But yes. Hi, babe. How was it? You're cold. I can tell. You're freezing. Hi. Ah, don't touch the cheeks. I'm not a Pikachu. Don't touch these cheeks, baby. But yeah. Yeah. Kareem is absolutely amazing, and he wasn't as marketable. He wasn't as marketable, honestly, as Magic. I think Kareem, but I agree. I actually agree. And in terms of NBA, I think Kareem is number 3. I think Russell is 4. I also think Magic is probably 5. I think, then we get into it. See, I don't know, man. Like, the whole Larry Bird thing, I like Larry a lot, and he's for sure really, really good at the game. But he had a very short career, all things considered. So did Magic, but, like, Magic was just, like, more dominant during it. He had a better team, too, though. Like, let's be honest. Like, Worthy and Kareem instead of, like, McHale and, like, Danny Ainge. Like, of course, right? Like, it's not fair. Exactly, Barley. Exactly. But, yeah, I absolutely adore. Here at 10. So I actually agree with you for most of that. Bird is, like, usually for me 7 or 8. I actually low-key put Tim Duncan 6, and people hate me for it. I used to get roasted in the office for it. Let me put it this way: Duncan has more finals than as many rings as Kobe. His franchise was more dominant than Kobe. He lasted Kobe, being a top-tier player. He was also, like, always the guy. Like, even when he played with, like, David Robertson, like, the Admiral, he was still the guy on that team. He was, like, the best player. And that one that, like, Tony Parker got, to be honest, it probably should have gone. But they were looking, you know, the writers were looking for a beat, like a story they could latch onto, right? It's no different than how Steph Curry's never won a Finals MVP. Which maybe, I don't know. Iguodala was really good in that series, but, like, I honestly don't think Kawhi or I think Tim deserved all 5 of those Finals MVPs. If you can't tell, I'm a big Tim Duncan stan as well. It's true. Bill Walton is really good in terms of college. Also, I guess that's not fair. Even though it was old Bill Walton, I guess Larry Bird did have Bill Walton as well. Also, what happened with, like, I think it was Len Bias, their, like, 2nd-round pick. That's, who knows, man, what would have happened if that poor guy lived. That's such tragedy. Literally, like, one of the greatest tragedies in NBA history. What could have been. That team was so good. And Red Auerbach got them, like, anyway. Yeah. I also think, I don't think he makes top 10, because I think to round it out, so we have Bird and we have Tim Duncan at 6 and 7. I think 8, 9, and 10 are some variation of Shaq, Kobe, and I gotta think about 10 here, because it's like there's a lot of people that could hypothetically go there. Of course, no worries, Zane. Get some good night's sleep. Absolutely. But yeah, in terms of like, some people would say Wilt would be 10, right? Some people would say Jerry West even, maybe. You know, there's an argument to be made. See, that it's a harder tier to get into, because you could start saying guys like well, maybe not Dirk, but maybe D Wade, maybe well, actually probably not 11, probably not, like, that's a huge drop off. But hey, Muhammad, I got to Koga. We beat Koga, and then I had to give up. It got way too late for me. But yeah, I'm trying to think who else. I would argue Steph is in that 11 to 15 range now. Guys even, like, proving it finally right now with, like, literally no help. Draymond is completely regressed. You know, no Clay, obviously. KD leaves him. KD as well. I think KD is a guy who, like, I genuinely think he's, like, the one guy who, like, if he didn't do that Golden State Warriors move, I think he makes top 10 easy, even if he never gets a ring. I think, like, he could be Dirk if he just gets, like, one ring, even if it's, like, not a great year and he gets a ring. No offense to Dirk. Dirk, like, earned that friggin' ring. But still, I think that, like, you know, he makes top 10 because of just, he's like LeBron. Like, the athleticism is, like, you can't deny it. But unlike LeBron, the finesse of that man, he's like Curry and LeBron in 7'1" friggin', like, he's insane. I don't actually know if he's 7'1". He might be 6'9", but he's so tall. Oh, Great Pretender's really good. I've watched it with Roy. Are we talking about who the best team ever is? Oh, that, like, are we talking about the 15-1 Lakers? Because they're outstanding. I think there's something to be said for one of the Utah teams that Jordan faced in his last, like, and you got to remember how banged up that Bulls team was too after years and years of dominance, and, you know, because even when Jordan wasn't there, they were making the playoffs. Like, they were, you know, they had a lot of mileage on them. I actually think that I might get some hate for this. That Cavs team, that friggin' 2016 Cavs team, what they did, like, I think that's the greatest championship run ever. And again, I'm biased. I fully admit that. That's the season I got into the playoffs. But I think that, like, what they did, I don't care if it's, like, you know, the Draymond Green stimulus package, or, you know, it's LeBron was getting calls because he's LeBron and, you know, the media wanted to push it. I don't care. To do that on that stage against that team, he literally destroyed history. They were the team that was supposed to usurp the Bulls. Like, he made them get KD. He made them destroy, like, you know, competition in the NBA for the next, like, 3 years. Like, that's how good that team was and how good he was on that team. Kyrie was, like, firing. Kevin Love was pretty good. Oh, yeah. No, they're not the best team, for sure. And the best team, let's be honest, the best team ever was that 2017 Warriors team. That's the best team ever on paper. In terms of just, like, who's the most dominant, it's that Warriors team. They're better. They would beat the Shaq and Kobe Lakers. They had KD, Steph, Clay, and Draymond, who, like, Draymond was regressive, but still not, like 2017 Draymond was still very, very good, especially defensively. I'm sorry, like, no. Like, it's like, well, different eras, though, right? Because if Steph has to play in the 90s and, like, early 2000s, that's a lot harder for him. Don't act like he didn't start it in 2010. LeBron? Not yet, Michael. Not yet. Are you caught up with One Piece? Yes, I am, and oh my god, yeah. 96 Bulls are very, very good. That's the 72 win team. But I would actually argue that, like, the mental fortitude it took, I actually think the 98 Bulls arguably are even tougher and even a better team for all the stuff they went through. Not even just because The Last Dance, like, romanticized it, just because, like, it actually was, like, the stress of dealing with it, and, like, plus the grind, and, like, it's crazy. I hate that about the Warriors. You can hate the Warriors all you want, because let's be honest, I don't know if they'll ever... The only way you get a better super team than that is if you get, like... Because we're talking, like, just a little post-prime Steph. Like, still prime Steph. Like, Game 7 NBA Finals after, like, back-to-back finals Steph, right? And Clay as well, for the record. Like, haven't even signed their Supermax yet, Steph and Clay. We're talking literally prime KD. Like, that is the best KD will ever be, is, like, that 2017 season. Like... He was phenomenal. Mind you, it helped that, like, he was able to get looks and touches because Steph and Clay, like, you know, hard to give them the looks and touches. Anyway. Meanwhile, NFL best player is Tom Deflady. I really don't know as much about NFL. I'm looking forward to watching the Bills this Saturday, but because I'm, you know, that's the only team I've ever seen live is the Bills, like the only team I've ever cheered for, so they are my team. Steph couldn't play in the 90s. He was only 5. Oh, Lloyd. Anyway, sorry to Spoonie and everyone else who's here for a Pokemon stream and I'm going off about sports, but, you know. Oh, for sure, AJ. Hey, what's up, Game Freak? Well, also, like, don't forget, like, they had to be actually really good for our Raptors team. Maybe, like, he's not, like, a piece who's going to win a chip by himself, but he's, you know, he's definitely very... And they had Steven Adams. They were good, man. They were a good team. Basketball is very fun. Go sports. Nice, Game Freak. Nice. I know, Alex. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm a big basketball nut. My Eagles are a wreck. But you know what, Jacob? Because I can actually say this. I can't believe I can say this, but I can stand on even ground to you. As somebody who's a Raptors fan, right? Who won a championship, you know, like 2 seasons ago now. And, you know, did it in, like, pretty cool fashion. And, you know, it was a very hype moment. And got to actually see a finals game live. And, you know... had tears the night that they won, like, was very, very happy about it. They're really bad right now. They've lost back-to-back games by 1 point, and Siakam is well, he's getting a little bit better. He got a triple-double, but, like, you know, he's kind of a shell of his former self. He's kind of regressing a little bit. And it's hard. It's hard to watch games against, like, people who, like, teams that used to be our actual rivals, like Boston, Philly. Now, all of a sudden, they're just walking all over us, and it's not even close, and that sucks. But, it was worth it. To get that chip, it was worth it. And I think you'd probably feel the same about Nick Foles and his Eagles, right? And yeah, NHL tomorrow as well. That's exciting. I'll definitely probably watch some. True, Har, true. Yeah, I always thought about that. So the bubble must have been kind of nice for you then, right? With like those like midday games for us. Actually, I just want to check something really quick. It goes in cycles. Boston Celtics or like, you know. Well, Tommy, I have an idea. I have theories on One Piece, but I don't want to say it in case it ends up being true. But I have some ideas I think that will, you know, actually prove to be correct. But we'll see. All right, Alex, take care. Good talking with you tonight. It's been tough, but I wouldn't trade a championship for the world. That's it, right? Like, honestly, because we know, right? Like, as like Eagles fans, Raptors fans, we know we're not the Lakers. We know we're not, you know, the Pats. Obviously, the Pats aren't the Pats right now, but you know what I mean? Like, we know that we're not like these dynasties that like good players are gonna like want to flock to, and like we're just gonna win chip after chip after chip, right? We're like. So we have to do the best that we have with what we've got when we've got it, and we have to like seize those windows. And that's what I'm most proud of. It's like LA is gonna have so many windows. Like look at the Clippers, right? Well, admittedly, they only have a window if Kawhi stays. They kind of mortgage their entire franchise on him. But like, look at the Celtics, right? Perfect example. They have been to like the Eastern Conference Finals so many times, but haven't been able to get it done. But they're probably gonna be in the Eastern Conference Finals again this year, honestly. Unless if Philly gets hardened, it's probably all over. But like. But, you know, they'll probably be in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'd feel pretty safe saying that. But they haven't won a chip since, like, the big three, right? Like, Ray Allen and Paul Pierce and everybody's favorite. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. KG. Anything is possible. But, yeah. So, they, you know, Like, that's great, but, you know, there's people who, like, who've grown up, Celtics fans, from the time they're 10 and they're now, like, 21, and they don't have a ring. Like, they've never seen a ring. Or 22, 23 even. Oh, of course, Tommy. Oh, nice, Crimson. Very cool. What's the next arcs in One Piece, do you think? I think, Tommy, I think that basically at the end of Wano, they're going to have to deal with the repercussions of the Reverie stuff. And then it's going to be like a chase sequence on the water, trying to get to the end game. And I think that they're going to have to deal with the Marine forces, and Vivi. And then I think after that, they're going to have to, at the very, very end, they're going to have to go against Blackbeard. That's what I think. I showed you my Roboy haircut. Please respond. I can't get mad with Philly doing their thing. They low-key deserved a chip with Allen Iverson back in the day. It's actually insane that literally, AJ, I truly feel like that team was good enough, and obviously with the Warriors' luck with injuries, if the Kawhi buzzer like doesn't work out and they that was their window. They had Jimmy Butler as their third option. Jimmy Butler was their third option, and Jimmy Butler just led a team to the finals. Like, and they had JJ Redick still. Like, that was such a good team. Oh, it absolutely did, Renosity. And Gasol too, but yeah, for sure. Ibaka was like Gasol but fit, you know? Yeah, exactly, Har. And that's why those players will get that, right? I think Dame's a really good player. No, like, you won't hear any Dame slander here. But for him to make more than Steph Curry, it's probably not right. But hey, the guy is a weapon in a market that doesn't always get weapons. So yeah, of course, sign him. Give him what he wants, right? Yeah, that's actually insane. Like, they would have won the championship if they had have. But you know what? We say that, but then Milwaukee was like, wasn't Milwaukee destroying them, or was that the Celtics that season? I can't remember. So who knows? The Bucks were really good that year. We just had a perfect team to counter them, and Nick Nurse was like a good enough coach to like figure out how to stop Giannis, right? And then when he did that, it was all over. And now we saw like the Heat did it again. He really was. What about Sabo? Is he dead? I don't think so. I think Cobra's dead. Hey Stan, how's the stream been? Jasonian, hey! It's been good. I talked about MCU, then I talked about like Disney and their issues with race, which was of course a fun one for the kids. And then now we're talking about NBA, so 3 things that have nothing to do with Pokemon. I guess maybe we should talk about like potential games that are coming up for Nintendo systems this year. The Nintendo theme park that they announced, things like that. Shout out Roger Federer. What's the thing that Eric Andre says? Shout out Christina Applegate. Or is it Hannibal that says it? I hope they bring a team back to Vancouver. The problem is that a Canadian team, it's easy for a Canadian basketball team to thrive during like popular years, like when the Raptors are, you know, going off and winning championships and like winning most of their playoff games and stuff. Well, that's not true. LeBron, you know, was our dad for a while. But anyway, when they're at least going to the playoffs, it's easy. It's now that the Raptors are like bad and the rest of the country, like if the Leafs get really good or like Vancouver gets really good or like, that's what's hard, right? It's in those moments where like, can they be sustainable as a basketball franchise when basketball's not at the top of everybody's mind? General question, did Nintendo ever give a date for Pokemon Snap or is it just TBA? TBA, as far as I'm aware. They're very TBA with like everything now. That seems to be their new formula. They keep everything close to the chest. I haven't been loving Sword and Shield. I'm down to get ports of old games. They say that might be happening, actually, Jacob. That's a rumor. We might be getting a collection that has, like, red, gold, ruby, and then blue, sapphire, and silver. Kind of like the 35th 3D All-Stars Mario collection, right? My guess is February. I don't think February, but I think we'll definitely get an announcement. I think we're going to get Snap in April or like May or June, somewhere in like that area, like early summery, which is crazy that we now think of like April as Marvel has literally ruined me. Like, I think that April is summer because that's when like Avengers movies used to come out. But anyway, April, May, June, and then I think we're getting Sinnoh Remix in like October, November. I also think we're getting Breath of the Wild sometime, so I don't know how they're going to fit that in, but I think we're getting Breath of the Wild too, because like, I don't understand what's taking them so long. I can see like with COVID and stuff maybe a little bit, but like, they're using the same engine. It's the same engine. I know they gotta build the worlds and build the shrines and the puzzles, and that actually takes, like, you know, real insight. But, like, they don't have to build it from the ground up. Why is it taking... Like, it's been almost 4 years, guys, since Breath of the Wild came out. And it was a Wii U game. It was already delayed. Like... I need my fix. I'm only mad because I need my fix. Hopefully, we will get it at Pokemon Direct next month. We're for sure getting a Pokemon Direct, given that, like, literally since I've been YouTubing, every anniversary they do a Pokemon Direct somehow, whether they have something cool to announce or not. They just do one. So we're getting that for sure. It's just a matter of, like, when, right? Well, I mean, probably on the 28th, let's be honest. Wait, 4 years already? Yes, the Switch is gonna turn 4 years old this, like this March. And, like, early March. It wasn't even, like, late March. It's, like, less than 2 months since we got the Switch and Breath of the Wild. And again, they held Breath of the Wild. It was done. Like, they held it because they wanted to release it on the Switch. Which, I mean, it gave the dev time more time for polish, which is great, but... Yes! Yes! Finally! Yeah! It matches my sweater. Let's go! Oh my god. Yeah, baby! A triple. Let's go! Oh my god. Finally! We finally got this stupid friggin' Reggie! The first day of the year! Oh, under 4,000 or 5,000 too. I think that was 49.53. Holy crap! Yes! Guys, we did it! 2021, baby! 2021. Alright. X. It can't explode, right? I'm gonna try... Do I try? A Beast Ball won't catch it. I'm gonna try a Quick Ball, and then I'm gonna try... Yo, Nick Meister, thank you, my dude! Oh my god, is this real? Hype for Nick Meister, hype for the Reggie. Alright, Quick Ball didn't work. Dragon Claw. Alright, your boy is absolutely gonna use his Master Ball now. And I'll tell you why. He did not bring any other Pokemon. It's just... He could have killed me there, and I would have blacked out and lost the Reggie. Wow, it's like I learned nothing from my Nuzlocke. Master Ball's fine. Let's do it. We got it. I don't care. I can prepare for other things. This one took a friggin' lifetime. Literally, like, look, I only had the Naganadel. That would have been awful. That would have been so bad. First room of the year, and there it is. And you can actually tell the difference. It's like lighter. It's like whiter almost. Like, it's actually, it looks different than the one that I made down there. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, easy shiny. No problem. Easy peasy. Pfft, who cares? All right, and finally, I can nickname this thing. I love that it has Charizard, like, armor, but it's, like, literally so much taller than Charizard. Anyway. Thank you, Not Nick, by the way. I do want to shout that out. That's very kind of you. It looks really good. Like, it actually looks a lot better on screen than it looks in the pictures. Dude, it's yours. I know. Finally. I can actually catch the legendary birds now? I can, like, explore this DLC? Holy crap. Far into the Giants bet. Okay, I don't even care about this. I'm good. Wow. Better report back to Chief Peony. Better save the game manually. Let's go. It actually looks so much better than I thought it would. I honestly thought it was, like, barely a change, but it's such a nice, like... It's because, you know what it is? It's like the texture of it's different. It's like how Metagross's textures, like, in these games, is like, it has that, like, sheen to it. It has that, and it looks so good. Wow. I mean, let's be honest. Like, I'm not gonna, like, lose my complete crap over it. It's still a very minor change compared to, like, other Pokemon in this game. But it looks great. Like, it really looks great. I'm very happy with how it looks. I'm surprised and very happy about it. But let's go. Let's get out of this temple. No more. Look, it won't even light up. Let's friggin' go, baby. Nature guess? Oh, true. I'm gonna guess. Let me see. I gotta look at it. Look at it! This is my longest non-Heracross hunt, by the way, guys. Just so you know. I've never had anything go close to 5,000 before. Up until, like, aside from Heracross. Which was still way more time put into it. But still, this is my longest, like, you know, hunt aside from that. Let's go into here and show him off. Also, because, like, what if the Dragapult had been shiny? That would have been hilarious. Is Lazy Nature? I'm gonna say Hasty. What? I didn't even get the good stars. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because, like, you can't even breed it. So maybe those are the good stars. But I got, like, the regular stars, not the squares. Anyway, I think I have battle animations turned off, actually, so we're not going to see this. Yeah. Damn. It's a static? Oh, so statics always have stars? Anyway, I couldn't run away. Guess I'm a slow little beast. Okay, there we go. How many hours do you have on Pokemon now? I don't even know, man. I'll check before the end of the game. Let me open my camp, though. I want to open my camp and look at this guy. Oh, my God. We finally got it. I can't wait to put this thing in home. Barley, we can finally trade, my dude. Holy! I know, I don't want you, Naganadel. Once upon a time, you were what I wanted, but all I want now is this beautiful, shiny boy. Look how the light reflects off it. That's what's cool about this. That's what makes it worth it. Celebi time, yeah, no. I mean, this is going to be it for today, given I was like, I don't even know if I'll make it to 5,000. And now we got it. We didn't even have to. It's such a weight. It's such a weight lifted. Now I can, like, decide. I don't know what I'm going to do on Thursday, guys, but you better believe we'll have a celebratory stream with this guy. And we're going to be, I don't know if we might do, you know, together. We might, like, I might just decide on that. I might do Celebi. I don't know. Like, I actually don't know. Oh, my God. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Let's freaking go. It looks so good. It complements that red so much better than the black, too. Only because the eyes, though. Only if the eyes didn't have that, like that teal blue. Not teal, but, like, you know what I mean. Oh, so wonderful. Hey, buddy. And I gotta nickname it as well. All right. Sam, can you do the Gen 2 Celebi hunt? Ilex Forest. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. But yeah. This music is actually perfect, too. It's, like, such a, like, calm, peaceful, like, we caught it. All right. So, you guys want to do another soft reset after this? No, I actually don't know. I actually don't know what my next target is. I want to do Celebi, but Celebi's, like, actually could go to, like, 16,000. It could go to 50,000. Like, and it takes a while. It's not, like, an easy soft reset. It's not like Darkrai, because you have, like, the text that has to come, because it's, like, an event. Anyway. I am going to save it once again. I'm going to nickname it. I actually have a name for it that I promised a long time ago. Yeah. I honestly didn't know that the squares were rare. Yeah, they're definitely the rare ones because you can't get them from breeding. So it shows that, like, you actually took the time to, like, soft reset and stuff. But you can get them from breeding. It's just very rare to get them from breeding. Exactly, AJ. I love it. I love it. You know me so well. The new nickname is Caps, please. I'm just honestly happy that I can track down the birds now. I probably won't do it this week, but maybe on the weekend. I think that's how I spell it, Jafefa. It's been a while since I've seen her in here, but I think that's it. If not, I can change it. It is mine after all. Ah, finally happened. No, I actually do not want to rate anybody else's nickname. Save it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we actually friggin' did it. We got the shiny Redidrago. It looked better than we assumed. And I'm so happy that it's finally over. We can begin the year anew. Now you watch. It'll take me the rest of the year to get shiny Celebi. But no, for real. Thank you so much to everybody who stuck by me. I know that this gets boring. I know I probably should have done like an 8-hour stream of just this at some point to just like increase the odds of me just finding it through like trial and error. But I still want to thank you all for sticking with me regardless of my stubbornness. And let's go, baby. Let's go. No more streams in general. I know. Hope we can conquer other mons. We need that damn Celebi. Yeah, so this Thursday is either going to be Celebi or something different. I don't know. I got to decide still if I want to get into Celebi right away or not. I might do like a buffer for Thursday. And then this Sunday, we're going to finish the Nuzlocke right here on RandomTens. So look forward to that. Subscribe, ring the bell if you have not done so already. I also, of course, need to thank Nick Meister and as well as... oh, no, there's both Nick Meister. Thank you so much, Nick Meister, for both of your donations today. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the members who stuck by me. 2021 is a new year. I hope that I can figure out this like weird ailment I've had going on and can, you know, get better and really see what we can do in 2021 together. And I love you guys. I'm ready for some fun shiny hunting, especially if Sinnoh comes out. Wouldn't it be so cool if Snap had shiny hunting? Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your night. I'll see you this Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always. I am back, and please take care of yourselves. Good night. As I always say, happy hunting, baby rhinos, and peace out. Night, guys. Love you, and see you soon. Bye.